I'm just going to double check on here that we actually are live.
Outstanding.
All right, see us there. All right. See us there. Audio is good. Cool.
Hey.
So we'll give everyone a moment to come in. If you guys are watching this on the replay, thank you so much for coming through. We are going to be delegating to the winners of the tournament. I'm here with Darkest Night. Darkest Night, how are you? First of all, let me go ahead and introduce you, give you a chance to talk.
It's been great. Doing great. It's been an interesting weekend watching the tournament, and it's been brutal out there. I don't think I've seen a tournament this large before, but it's been rough.
Yeah,
These guys have really been slugging it out.
Let's go through that because one of the things that I was looking at from just a tournament standpoint. So we had 373 people enter in, and I don't think that I've seen a tournament, at least nothing in like recent history, that has been that high. So I don't know who to ask. Maybe I should just shoot Weird Beard a message and see if we've set the record.
Yeah, that was I was surprised to see it too. I mean, typically you see what you see there. I think the most I've seen is about 200. And but that means there's a big desire for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
To forget delegations and play with new cards.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's not just about the SPS that you win or the deck, right? Sometimes it's more about the getting access to more cards. So.
Exactly. So the only one that I see here is there was one that went 300 out of 300. So they capped it. So this one might have been there as well. But it's interesting because we had 0 rewards in terms of like the tokens we were giving away. A lot of it is CP, which is hopefully incentivizing everybody to play a little bit a little bit more and start going outside of their wheelhouse. So I don't know where you want to start. I know that you're going to be working on sending out those delegations. Let's go ahead and congratulate the winners. So let's go over here to battles.
All right. So what we were doing, if I remember correctly, we have number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, correct?
How much CP were you delegating for each of them?
All right, so number 1 is going to get 251,000.
Okay, I thought we only had top 3, but go ahead.
Oh, top 3? Well, I'll throw an extra one in there for number 4. Good going, number 4. 103 for number 2. And then 102 for number 3, and then 52 for number 4. And really what I ended up doing was I just didn't want to give CP, right? I wanted to basically send a whole team that would really be meaningful for the grind, right? So for the first place winner, we're going to give 250,000 of the dragons, right? And I'll kind of ramble off what that's going to be. So we're going to give out, we're going to delegate Arius, Archmage Arius, a gold dragon, dragon jumper, lightning dragon, red dragon, and black dragon. They're all maxed out, right? So that comes out to a little over 110,000. And then I needed another 150,000. So we're going to do Valinor, Phantom, Electric Eels,
that's a fun team.
The Mermaid Healer, Archmage Aranthus, the Kraken, and Ruler of the Seas, right? So that comes out exactly to 251,000.
Perfect. Okay.
For the second, and my favorite splinter is what? Death.
Death's got to be death.
Sorry?
I said it's got to be death.
Absolutely. So I should have made that number 1, but hey. So then we're going to do death. So we're going to do Mimosa, Lord of Darkness, Corrupted Pegasus, Fallen Spectre, Ancient Lich, and Theoros and Nightshade. So, and what's interesting about this one is it's Death, who normally doesn't have any healing, with 2 healers in it. So that should be crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, they don't have any. I don't think in modern format there's going to be any healers, or there are any healers. So those are fun cards to play with.
Yep, absolutely. So, and then the third place is Jotun. We're going to give Elemental, the Ifrit, the Imp Bowman, Phyrexian General, sorry. Serpent of the Flame, Beetle Queen. You like that one? The healing in fire. Let's see. I can't read my own writing. A gold serpentine spy. Flame monkey. That's what it says.
Flame
I
monkey.
wrote it
There
so
you go.
fast. It was like flame monkey.
Yeah.
And then for the fourth place, Waka, right? 50,000 right there. It was an
Nice.
easy one just to throw out. And the reason why I'm able to do this, or how I'm able to do this, is I already hit champion for the season. Usually once I hit champion, I just give it a rest, go play some other stuff. And usually I delegate it out to friends and stuff like that. So this, we're all friends now. So,
Yeah.
the community it's interesting, right? The community feels like it's getting a little bit smaller. I think you were talking about the bots a couple of days ago, and they're kind of clearing out, right? So now I feel like it's real players, people I know, people I see streaming. It feels a little bit more intimate, right? Like that I'm playing against real people, and it's been really good.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a whole thing in the map chat about the bots, which I actually did follow along with, but it got too heated for me. So the thing is, at the end of the day, like you said, what I've appreciated is the fact that the people who are really into this game, I feel like are the ones that are sticking around right now. And so
Absolutely.
it's easier to develop that kind of camaraderie, that relationship, that community that we have. So 100% to your point about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you were a bot, you probably wouldn't even have known about this tournament, right? Because you have to participate in the community to even know.
Exactly.
Again, looking at the names, these are all people that I played with, and they're kind of recognizable, right? I didn't see anything like bot 001 all the way through to 100, right? We can kind of look at it, right? These are all people we know.
Yeah, there's a lot of names that I recognize here, obviously, but I don't see the crazy bots coming through.
No, not at all.
The crazy amounts of bots have coming through, which I think that's what makes tournaments a lot of fun. I know people still complain about bots in tournaments, but I don't know. That's not.
Yeah, I think the way that we did it, there wasn't any DEC for, or any real prizes for them, right? So, but again, I'm glad. So we have Splinterlands RU, looks like a real, someone that's been around for a while. It's great. So hopefully, gives him an opportunity to maybe pay it forward a little bit too, and help out some of his either guild mates or other people. We have Earnest Samurai Japan, right? It's another guild there. And then JM is another one. And again, I watched all these players just bounce up and down like the whole weekend. It was great.
Yeah. No, it was good. I was going through some of the battles earlier. Like exactly like you said, there was just it was a grind. Look at how close so many of these are within even just the top 6, right? So
yeah, it was crazy. I was in the tournament as well, and I got wrecked. I did make it right around 100, right?
Where'd you finish?
I finished, I'll tell you, 108.
108.
Really wrecked.
That's the thing about this, though. With the rule set that we had, doing it in bronze, or not rule set, but like with the rules that we had, so doing it in bronze, not having legendary summoners, which I think it was only just Quicks the Devious. It really tried to level the playing field.
Oh, it did.
So,
absolutely.
So here's the thing. One of the reasons that I don't like playing in bronze as much is because the game meta is a lot more up to chance at that point if you pick the right thing versus the monsters, abilities, the different summoners and whatever that you're able to play at the higher levels, like silver and above. It just makes the game so much more interesting. But bronze really is the true test of like if you can go back to bronze. Part of it is a crapshoot because you got to guess correctly what the other opponent's playing with the limited, abilities and monsters. But it was good either way. Hey, Wilson, what's going on? Got a couple people in here so far.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? I would love to get. If you look at the ratio, the win-loss here, 21-1. I would love to know. Well, actually, we can watch probably a few of their games. Actually, let's do that. While we're watching that and you're giving commentary, I'm going to go ahead and start giving the awards out. Right?
Do your thing. Let's see.
I have my old man glasses on, so let's see.
They make you look distinguished.
Let's see.
Let's see. Not my battles.
Okay. Splinterlands -RU. All right, we'll start with him.
There's no easy way to see all the battles by a single person here.
You could probably go into his battles. Unless if he's still playing now, it'll kind of scroll down. But if you view battles,
Yeah. Okay. Good
and
call.
then you should see he's doing ranked now. But yeah, there's tournament stuff right there. I think that might be the tournament.
Yeah, we just don't know if it was our tournament or not. But
yeah, we can click one and see. All right, so we're going to do dragons. Let's start distributing that.
Yeah, do your thing. I just want to see
it's
some
going to take a while.
the battles here. And that's
Yeah,
so take your time. We can chat. I'll keep everybody entertained, hopefully. This is an interesting fight here.
Yeah, that wouldn't be one of ours because I think we just had.
So that's what I'm thinking. These tournaments are not. Let's see. Can we go back here? I don't want to.
I'm sure somebody has a. All right.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to go to the second round and start pulling some of the different things there. So.
All right. So bye-bye, Archmage Arius.
Quinn, what's going on? Hello. Yes, we will be doing some giveaways today. So I got a couple of packs from Chatter, and just to help promote the stream and all that fun stuff, we'll be doing some giveaways for the tournament here. If I can open this up. Okay, completed and hosting.
Didn't ask you how your weekend was so far.
My weekend has been good. It's been super chill, man. Literally just a lot of relaxing. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I need to do, and I'm saving it all for tonight and tomorrow morning. So we'll see how that goes.
I hear you.
How about you?
Relax, same thing.
Did you do any traveling recently?
No, but I will be in Dallas next week. So actually the week after next. So I'll be doing that traveling for work. And then after that, come back home and take it easy.
Very cool. All right. Cha Mill. Hello, Cha Mill. What's going on? First video with an all caps title. Well, thanks for being here. Razor. Hello. What's going on? Vilson, so the tournament has ended. It started on Friday and went through until this afternoon. And what we're doing is essentially awarding the prizes. So there was no monetary or financial prize for this, but for those who are new here or missed what happened, Darkest Night is being very generous with this end of season grind and but delegating 500,000 CP to the top 4 players. And I have another Mav that can just delegate some CP, I believe, to the 5th place. So lots of fun stuff with that. I'm gonna find
Dragon. This is actually going faster than I thought.
Once you know, you can just copy paste.
Yep.
And you're good to go. Trying to find someone in the top 5. Yeah. There was a video made about it at actually I think a week ago, and then I was talking about it on some of the live streams. But I know they still tend to slip through the cracks sometimes. All good.
All right, dragons have been sent.
Dragons have been done. All right, so congrats.
Now
again
we're moving to water.
Place.
Yep.
Splinterlands, are you? And just for clarification again, this is through the end of the season, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just everybody's on the same page. You guys will have a couple of days with these
grind away.
That dragon team is so fun. Actually, I think I have more fun with the Valnamore Magic team.
Yep. Yeah, it's awesome. Well, he's getting both, so he's getting dragons.
I know.
So it's going to be much.
So, I want to say that one time. Here we go. We found Splinterlands already. But the one time that I did make it up to champion with your help was on the back of that Valnamore team, I would say.
Yeah, it's beast. It's ridiculous.
That's the thing. Like, there's just so many good. That trifecta of legendary monsters, was it Phantom of the Seas, Ruler of the Seas, and Jin O'Shaughnessy, are all just so popular. Or I mean, they're just so powerful. And then you throw in who's the guy that has Taunt and Demoralize? Oh, the Kraken for those big
Yes.
mountain games, and it's
Oh, it's
just
brutal. Yeah, it's absolutely brutal.
so tough. So, oh, here's Splinterlands. Are you beating Gibberim? Someone from our from our guild.
From our guild. How nice.
Let's replay this. So we
There you go.
do. All right, so let's watch some of these battles here. Oh, he's got all gold foil too. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a while. I can tell that he's
Yeah,
one of the original OGs.
interesting use of Spirit Hoarder here. But yeah, ultimately it just came down to the bigger magic spam. Oh no, it kicked me out. What group is it? Group 8? Let's see. So haven't really done tournaments yet. Oh, Vilson, you need to do tournaments soon. You should hop in. The team is really, really pushing them these days. And for good reason, I would say. I think they've gotten much more competitive now, much easier to get into. How often do you play tournaments, Darkest Night?
Not often. I sometimes will do some on Friday nights. Clove, she has one. It's a lot of fun, but it's less about playing. It's almost like going to a party, right?
Yeah.
Music going. I've seen you in there too.
Yeah, I've done a couple of them. I like the anytime though, just because it's I like and dislike it at the same time. It's a love-hate relationship because I like being able to get the immediate satisfaction of knowing whether I won or not.
Yes.
So the thing was, the anytime tournaments, I got to come back. You know what? So I did want to talk to you about this with Brawl. So I just completed my first Brawl in your guild, Archmage Arius, Arius's Disciples. And what I really like about that is you don't know whether you won or lost until you go in and look at the battle. I really like the fact that they have that there.
Yeah, it's good. I like the way they do the brawls. The brawls have been really good. A lot of fun. Something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And it really keeps you engaged, right? You know, with not just your guild, but with, just the whole system of brawls. I think the rewards are good. It's just something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you said that they do those once a season, right? So, or is it are there sometimes multiple times?
No, it's every couple of days. So
every couple of days. Okay.
Yeah, it's every couple of days. So what happens is you'll get a setup period, right? That's about 36 hours. And then
the preview, or not preview, but like pre-fight stage.
Right. And then you have the actual fight stage. And I think that's it. I think it runs for like 3 days, 3 or 4 days.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Vilson's asking, how much did it cost to create the tournament? So Vilson, the tournament, the standard cost for tournaments is 2,000 DEC. So it just in order to create one, it cost the 2,000 DEC. You have to put in prizes on top of that. And so as you can see here, just to fill it in, I was just giving out 10 DEC to the top 6. And then obviously the real prizes that we had were the delegations for collection power.
Okay. So number 1 is done. So let me just check to make sure.
Dragon team and the water team. All right, we'll watch another Splinterlands RU battle here. Let's see, who else did they face? Somebody fled.
All right, let's make sure I'm good at the list. Make sure I get it all right. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, they won all their games in the second.
Lightning Dragon, Red Dragon, Black Dragon, Valinor, Phantasm, Eel, Crustacean King, Healer, Lord Arianthus, Kraken, and Ruler of the Seas. All right, congratulations, Splinterlands RU. All right, moving along.
All right, let's watch another fight here while we're going through that. So
KJP.
Fight against Snowboarder Pete. Ooh, interesting. We're gonna have we're gonna see Grum Flameblade in action.
Yeah, I still struggle with how to use him. Right. I mean,
Mhm.
without speed, I mean, he misses a lot.
Yeah. Well, this is being used in a reverse speed rule
Oh,
set,
well, there you
so
go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, that wasn't
that
bad.
was a great move.
Oh, then he's gonna brutalize him. Then I bet.
Oh, he's about to tear through this team now. There
Yep.
you go. Bloodlust with cleanse.
Oh, it's interesting. He killed a character. The bloodlust didn't have his speed go up, so that's good.
Yeah, well, because it would be counterintuitive in reverse speed rule sets, right? So
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
solid moves.
All right. Who's our second place? Where is
So
what's
our
his
second
name?
place winner is
S-
MRSKJP.
Cool.
So you can just call it Mr. SKJP, Japan.
Yep. Oh no! I sent it to Splitterlands instead. I got so used to cutting and pasting. I'll have to bring that back.
Oh, you delegated to
Yeah,
Splinterlands? Who has? I wonder. I mean, that's got to be an official account, right?
yeah.
They don't
know.
need delegation.
We'll see.
Diego, what's going on? Hello. Thanks for the tournament. It was my first tournament. Wow. That that makes me really happy, the fact that we were able to get some first-time tournament players out there. And it was fun. You'll play more tournaments for sure. Amazing. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to host some more tournaments in the future. This was a good way to do it. The only thing is, I feel like any time is great for getting, the max amount of people in, but then there's no like event. You know what I mean? In the same way when you do a scheduled tournament, similar to what Clove does, you can come in, turn it into a party, and have a good time.
Well, there's always next time.
There is always next time. So yeah, we'll crowdsource ideas, see if there's a good time. That would be ideal for people.
Actually, there are a lot of tournaments and maybe doing the same type of thing, right? Just adding extra, a little extra gravy to their pool. Just say, hey, whoever your winners are will, maybe delegate something or do a giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many good content creators for Splinterlands. It's amazing.
There are, and it's growing too, which is really nice.
Everybody gets to be a rock star for a little bit.
Yeah, until Ninja comes into the space, right? Then we're all.
And there we go, we're all done.
But you know what? I wouldn't be sad. I would be very happy with my SPS bag if Ninja all of a sudden started playing and streaming for Splinterlands. Let's see, Mac Filet. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I know here, which is great. I'm glad that we're seeing a lot of people here. I finished 23. Godzilla is one place behind me. Oh,
really?
Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla was like, "Is it okay if I enter the tournament?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah,
dude.
of course.
I'm like, because at the end of the day, everybody's on the same playing field. You're still playing in bronze.
Exactly.
And I told him, like, for someone like you, you're he plays consistently in gold and then tries to stretch up to diamond. But I'm like, yo, if you win, you're gonna be able to stretch up to champion potentially.
Exactly, and that's exactly what the whole point is.
Yeah. So we wanted to encourage people of all different levels to play, and I feel like we did. We just wanted to make sure that it was as fair as possible, or at least on even playing ground. Now, that being said, with what we had right now, I'll be curious to get some audience feedback on this, because we did bronze, which means that you can technically play leveled up summoners and monsters, and then we did allow it wasn't just starter cards, so you could play both epics and legendaries as well. So I'm just curious, and maybe Dark is I'd be curious to get your thoughts too. I mean, is this something that maybe we try like novice level only in the future? To like really make it even? Because I like having, for the people that have invested a little bit, it's like I want them to be able to use their cards, and I feel like bronze is a good middle ground. But now I asked you for your opinion, and I'm giving you mine. So I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say the same thing, right? So I mean, people that are in bronze and maybe even silver, right, have made an investment in the game, even if it's only investing time to get packs for rewards, right? I mean, those cards, the reward cards. I mean, my feeling on reward cards, right? Right now, there's tons of them out there. They're cheap, and people always say, "Oh, well, I have a little bit more time until they take off." Right? I've seen this movie before, so I was doing that again.
I was one of them. I mean, you've convinced me. So I've actually started scooping up rewards cards now. with the goal of maxing them out, and then I'll start focusing back on.
Yeah, there's one in particular I bought like 2 days ago. I'll tell you what it is. Okay, so second place is done, so he has his or hers. So there's a card that I recently. It's not a reward card, but it's a Chaos Legion, Scavo Firebolt.
Oh, he's fun.
So yeah, so I looked at it and I said that card maxed out is ridiculously cheap, but think about that a year from now. Right, and look at the stats. So combined with stun, that card is ridiculous.
I mean, you're getting 4 damage for 4 mana. This thing is fast and not stun but knockout.
Yeah, and if you hit a stun, you're doing 8 for 4. It has decent amount of health and relatively fast. Right,
You know,
so
it's interesting because the whole knockout stun combo I feel like is very underutilized, and people have been mentioning that maybe the upcoming summoners, one of them might use it.
You never know, but just looking out, that card, there's plenty of them out there. But a year from now, 2 years from now, that people will, pay probably 10 times the amount of that card right now, right? And you can play it in 4 mana games, where you can use the lesser mana cards. So, all right, let me do third person.
Third place. What's nice about the? The thing is, this card is even pretty good just at the most basic level, like level 1.
It really is. Yeah, a little bit pricey for the mana versus how much damage you do, right? And it's a little slow.
True.
But it's still good.
I guess if you're comparing it to some of the other ranged, nothing. Oh, what was it? Twisted Jester. I missed that card in the.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
I never owned it, so I was only playing with the level 1 card or the ghost card in the starter deck. But the speed that you had with snipe was a lot of fun.
And at higher levels, it actually has dodge as well.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a great back tank.
Yeah. All right, so let's do. Nope,
we don't going for? You said 12 cents.
All right, so who's our third person?
Third person is. Oh, I don't have it open. Let me go back in.
Just want to make sure I get it right.
Give me a second. It's popping up. All right. Third place is JMM. So JAYEMM.
Okay.
All right. So Diego's saying only chaos cards. Oh, yeah. Congratulations to Jam. Diego saying only chaos cards was kind of cool, but I missed the reward chaos cards. Yeah. I'll be excited when Modern is out and they'll be able to separate those fully. But until we get Wild and Modern, everything's kind of bunched up into one. So Wilson's saying, not really buying rewards since I focus on SPS, but I'm keeping every little thing I get. So Wilson, what Darkest Night convinced me of was to just get the rewards cards right now while they are at kind of these like literally bottom dollar prices.
Yeah, like pennies for those. That's crazy.
So part of the reason that I was convinced too was because we're going to have a bunch of other rewards cards added to the mix here. And I don't know how many current rewards cards there are. I think there's like 29 or something like that. No, not 29. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus another 8. So what is that? 14. 18, 21. All right, so there's currently 21 rewards cards. They're going to add 10 more on top of that, which in a way will slow down the current rewards cards and how much they're dropping. But also, I really think that the rewards cards are just going way too slowly from a print rate perspective. And with the rewards update, whenever that comes out, either later this month or most likely next month, if they do have like multiple chests, even down in bronze, that could really pump things out at a very quick rate. So, in a way, it might be cheaper in the future if you think about it, because there'll be more cards hitting the market, more people dumping, trying to flip for other cards or whatever. But at the same time, I think that they will go out of print much quicker. And I just want to make sure that I'm not caught with my
caught
with my pants down, and all of a sudden, these rewards cards that were going for 2 cents, right? The common cards. I mean, look at this. They're going for literally 2 cents right now. I would hate like in a couple of weeks if whatever the changes come in or that are implemented, and all of a sudden these guys are like 5x the price back up to 10 cents, which would still be cheap, but it would make me sad that I missed out on buying them at 2 cents.
Absolutely. I mean, look at Pellicor Mercenary. 3 cents for that? Are you kidding me?
I don't get it. I mean, these
I mean,
top
Pellicor
three,
Bandit. Are you kidding me?
yeah, I use these three nonstop:
Yeah,
Conjurer, Mercenary, and Bandit.
it's
Um,
outrageous. I mean, those are outrageous prices. And again, a year from now, 2 years from now, we'll look back on this stream when we're talking about it.
mhm.
And I mean, Pellicor Conjurer, like that's an amazing card for three
Yeah.
cents.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, so I would say Pelacor Conjure and Pelacor Bandit have probably the most upside potential in the sense that like even at level 1 these cards are incredibly valuable because
Absolutely.
you don't have them in the starter deck, right? Like they're rewards cards, and so just having like a meat shield like this or Pelacor Bandit, sneak attacker, which is really part of many different game metas. um I don't know. I like they're awesome. Like Pelacor Mercenary is good, and I like the flying because it's good for the Earthquake rule sets early on. But
Yeah.
Pelacor Mercenary really shines once you get into gold, where he has self heal. It
Oh,
reminds
yeah.
me of Flesh Golem then.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a little bit different, right? But again, at a higher level, I mean, it's just a
Hmm.
great card. Combine it with Llama.
Oh yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah. Oh llama,
All right, let me just confirm.
you have to have a llama, right? Do you have a maxed out
I
llama?
do. I gave it to it's delegated to my son. I never
Yeah.
use it in mine. It's only level 2. And that's an example of get it when you can get it. Because when Llama first came out, it was like 25 bucks, right?
Wow.
25, 30 bucks at most. And I said, oh, I'll get it later. And, overnight it went from like 40 bucks to like $500.
Yeah,
And it
it's
never
crazy.
went back down.
Some of the well, actually, we can look at the rewards cards too. But like the legendary rewards cards, like I cannot believe Jin O'Shaughnessy is going for
Exactly.
$3.25. It's. I mean, it's upsetting to me, but at the same time, like I feel like I should be buying a bunch of them. Because there was a point in time where they were renting out for quite a bit. All right, let's catch up on some of the comments here. So Wilson's not really buying rewards cards, focusing on SPS. Hey, that's fair. I agree with that thesis. Just too many things to buy. Tell me about it. Focusing on getting my Starbit Millionaire card right now, and we'll roll funds from there into SPS. All right, that's fair. That's what I've been doing as well. Diego says, I am dollar cost averaging in the rewards cards. I was buying them right after season end. Smart move. You usually get some good deals. What I failed to do at the end or beginning of this season is set up bids on peak monsters for whenever they go super low. So I feel like I missed out on a lot that were going for under 2 cents. There were some that I saw sold for under 2 cents, which is crazy.
Yes.
All right, so Bill's saying that's when they are the cheapest. Good call, Diego. Jin is awesome. I got 2 gold ones. Nice. Jim Bilch is. I mean, I really like Harklaw too. So
Yes, I think that's a great card as well. And actually, it's interesting. I'm seeing a change. Poison is everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And anything with immunity is just really working really well for me.
Yeah.
All right, number 4 is
Number 4.
him. I got him.
You got him. Okay.
Ed Gin Cleo.
All right. So Ola Art, what's going on? Too many to buy and lots more to come. I know. Oh man, Carnage Titan went up again. It's almost $19. Ugh. I'm never gonna be able to max out or level up my Carnage Titan. It's interesting that this card is so valuable. I did not think that.
That's a great card.
I just didn't think that would be the second highest monster outside of Queen Mycelia for Chaos League.
So how I use the Carnage Titan, I use it with Grun. So
so you get the double attack.
Oh, double. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Fascinating. A lot of these legendary cards too are ones that I'm just like, I mean, like Eyes of the Fanged, I enjoy using her. Desert Dragon, Void Dragon, like all these cards going for under $5 right now. I don't know if they have the same kind of upside potential as the other ones, but to your point, where it's just like I can't imagine these being $5 when they're fully out of print or when Chaos Legion packs sell out. All right, so Bill's
Actually,
saying, "Oh, go ahead."
yeah, I sent Edging Cleo not just Waka, but also what we talked about earlier, the Gem Meteor, just to see what
Fun.
happens.
Okay, Gem Meter's cool.
Because
All right,
still have not played the two of them together. So, and we are done.
look at that. All right, so whoever is in 5th place, we will get you your delegation shortly. I need to chat with the other Mav that was donating and give them the info. Right,
yeah, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what each of those guys does with the cards. I'm going to check from time to time and see if I catch any battles.
I'll be following along what they do on the season end grind, guys. Make sure you use it. You fought through, you fought through in the tournament, won it. So now you're gonna have some pretty sweet cards. Make sure you use them.
Yeah, that was a grind for sure.
Don't return them to Darkest Night cold. I want to make sure they're.
I'll know. I'll know. But it's all right. I mean, again, hopefully they'll be able to delegate to other people, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So that'll be pretty good.
So I guess all that we ask really is pay it forward. If there's other newer players that you have in the game or that you have brought maybe to the game, this is a good opportunity to maybe send them some cards or just, I don't know. I mean, one of the things that I love about this community that I think you and I both kind of connected on Darkest Night is just the generosity within it. There's a lot of help just passed around, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we both played RPGs and stuff like that. I think we talked about that last time. It's like giving a buddy your sword and say, "Hey, give me that back when you're done," or a set of armor or something like that. Like we've all done it, right? So this feels like that, right? And when you see somebody do something great with the whatever weapon it is or armor or whatever it is, you kind of have a sense of that you help that person. So it's good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's just, I mean, it's an easy, low maintenance way to just help others experience higher levels, higher monsters, and then hopefully get something good out of your end of season chest based on
that's
what you
we hope, right? We're all there. So, any other housekeeping stuff, or we?
I think we're good. How much time you got? You got to run?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, maybe give out some of those packs.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we're gonna do. So we got. Should we do? How about we do a couple on stream here?
Yeah, let's do that because those are the people that are here watching. How many people in stream? I can't tell.
Yeah. So we got. I'm showing 7 people right now.
Man, I give them all to those guys.
All right. Well, hey, you heard it from Darkest Night. All right, screw it. Yeah. Let's do it. You guys are here now, so I think we got 7 people. Throw in your in-game usernames, and we're gonna send you some packs just for being here on the tournament winner stream. And let me do this from the.
How many packs do we have?
We have 5 packs.
I'll give one if you give one.
I was just gonna say that if we get more than 7 or more than 5, then I would subsidize the last one.
Right now. Hold on.
All right, so I'm gonna need in-game usernames, guys. Make sure to put the little @ symbol, and you guys are all gonna get some packs right now. So make sure you thank. Well, first of all, make sure you guys thank Darkest Night for even coming up with the idea for doing this.
Yeah, it was good. I'm surprised at how popular it was and how much fun it was. Even getting my butt kicked by everybody was still a lot of fun. So
yeah, I had a good time with it. Next time, I think I do want to try doing a live tournament. So that might be something that we can do. Just because.
And it would be cool. Maybe have other content creators just jump in, say hi, whatever, play, get their butts kicked too. I don't know. I don't know how you guys do that stuff.
So we got Vilson -talks. Transfer. All right, so we're gonna do the first 7 people who put something out there, so that this doesn't get crazy. now somebody leaked the news because now we're getting more people in here.
Oh, really? Too late, guys. Too late. We knew who was here.
We know who was here. So if you got your name in, I'm sending out the packs now. All right, so Vilson talks. Let me go with the Humbler. Ooh, Humber, you must be new here. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hey, so I heard a rumor that they were talking about doing tournaments in person, like in-person tournaments. Have you heard something about that?
I think they might want to do something for that Splinterfest. Would you go to that?
Hell yeah!
All right, cool.
I have no idea where it is, but yeah, I would.
It sounds like it's going to be Vegas.
Oh, do I want to go to Vegas? Yes.
Like you need a reason to go to Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I would totally go to that.
I think on one of the recent town halls they did mention that it's like 99% confirmed to be Vegas. They're just trying to lock down a venue, and they're looking at dates when it's not like super hot there. So I don't know why. I don't think it's going to happen as early as June, July, which they had wrote in one of the posts. I think it'll probably be closer to like maybe Q4 or something, or September, October.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Hey, maybe land will be out by then. That'll be super cool.
Have you been following? Like they released that roadmap.
Yes.
So it sounds like it's just going to be the deed. So it's going to show you where your land is.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I've been in IT for over 35 years, right? So when I saw the roadmap and people were really hot about, another delay, I'm like, do these guys not know development cycles? Like this is still amazing in terms of getting all of these features. All of these features have the ability to positively and negatively impact the game. And if you get it wrong, you're going to really piss off your current user base. So me personally, I've been in, situations where bugs are so pervasive that you lose everyone that's playing a game, right? Or any other piece of software. So no, they when they say, hey, we're going to push something out, they're not doing that because they want to do it, right? They're doing it because they want to be careful. They have a great game. It's fantastic. It works. There's hardly any bugs, right? But if you try to rush something or push it, and I think what's the game recently where they did that? Cyberpunk. Right? Yeah. There's no way that this game should have been released when it was, and they did, and they paid the price for that, right? Why would you take something that's so successful and rush it and then create something that's a hot mess, right? So no, they're absolutely doing the right thing. And even if they said next year sometime, right, it would still be for the best.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's like I can be simultaneously frustrated with the delays and how long it's taking while also like not losing any faith in the team. I mean, they've just continued to deliver, and they are very committed to everything that they're putting together, right? So it's like it's one of those like do you want it fast? Or do you want it right? And I think at the end of the day, yes, the community wants it fast, but if you are actually understanding what this could do for the game and how catastrophic it could be if it launches poorly, then you definitely want it to be done right.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and again, if you look at what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like land, I mean, even showing you your land is great, right? But the reality is the land token that you have now, I think we even talked about this once, right? The land token that you have now is kind of like a lottery ticket, right?
Exactly.
But once you know what it is, it's going to go to the value of a common land, a rare, epic, or legendary, right? And the price will be fixed. Well, what is it? 99.9 of them are going to be common, right?
It's going to be a lot. Yep.
Right. They're only 200 legendary lands. So, and everybody's hoping
did they give those numbers out? It's only 200.
Yeah, it's out on the site.
Oh shoot!
So
okay, I didn't know
about
that.
200, right? So,
wow. Okay.
And then there's an equal number of tokens, right? So those tokens are going to be valuable as well. No one's really talking about the tokens.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you had told me about that. I still need to do my research before I cover it on a video. But you meant totems, right?
I'm sorry, I said tokens. Yeah, totems. Yeah. Yes.
I knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
But just in case anybody is confused, I haven't heard much about totems around. I know the Walking Keys and Gank were talking about them recently, but it's one of those things where like a lot of the stuff is just going to fly under the radar until they make an announcement, and then as soon as they do, prices skyrocket.
Right. So I mean, it's interesting, right? Like to the around the tokens. I'm sorry, the totems. um, you can see what the value is per the rank that's out there. What I think that $6,000 for a legendary. You would think that maybe
Yeah.
one legendary land would be right around the same thing, right?
Hmm.
So
Which means that if you're looking at common lands, I mean, a lot of those are sub $100, which makes me feel like the main the main gains on land are probably gone. Like if you bought them for $20 or you won them in a it didn't
I won
where
it in a raffle. Yeah, I won it in
you
a
were,
raffle.
yeah, you won in a raffle, then you're probably sitting pretty right
Yeah.
now. But
So really the question will be when you're able to release or determine what your land is, do you
mhm.
really want to open it up or do you want to just keep it unopened? That's really the question.
Yeah, well, so the first part of it, I don't think you're going to know the rarities or topography just yet. You're just going to see where on the map it is,
Oh, I
which
didn't know that. Yeah.
which could be, because they're really going heavy on the lore, and that's
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I've been diving into more and more.
Yeah.
So having something that is significant from a lore based perspective could be really
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Just in how it ends up being
Yeah.
away.
And what's interesting is you mentioned the lore. If you look at the cards from like alpha and beta,
Hmm.
the lore is really short, right?
Hmm.
Maybe a paragraph. If you're lucky, some of the legendaries, excuse me, have like two paragraphs. If you look at them now, it's like a page, a full page of yeah. Like look at pick Waka real quick.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna open this
Oh, you
up.
were there.
Clicked off of my
Yeah.
okay. So
So
Waka,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
Waka's
so
got a
go into
whole.
the lore. Look how long that is. Like
This is
holy
short
moly.
novel. Look at this.
Yes, it's crazy. Now,
Wow.
pick one from alpha or beta, and whatever one. Yeah, these guys are definitely,
Oh,
and the
oops.
lore is really good. Like really impressive.
Have you jumped into it at all?
Yes.
Yeah. It's I feel like I'm doing so much catch
Yeah,
up
look
with
at that.
this one paragraph.
See? Or go to Archmage Arias, right? He's another one of the big ones. His is one of the longer ones, right? Um, but still, yours, yeah. Yeah, look at that.
My council presides. Yep. Wow.
Right? So they knew. I think they knew what they wanted, and they had been developing that lore, but they were really, really like doing a good job. I think like Fiorosa Nightshade, she has excellent.
Excellent
Um,
lore. No, you
she
have
has
another
excellent lore. Like
short
all of the
one.
ones from Dice are really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think at least starting from maybe Untamed or even Chaos Legion,
Mhm.
having the lore come out weekly now, like it's really building a story about and around all of these characters that I think people can really dive into. I'm just waiting for there to be like an official, either comic or whatever, like just a place where you can read like the whole narrative, right? Like what's actually happening with this Chaos Legion invasion, and then yeah, I mean, it'd just be cool to see
You
how
mean like
all
a
of the
television show that somebody I'm sure is writing right now?
I mean,
Actually,
I
after that?
I wouldn't be opposed to a television show. I don't read as much as I should, but I would definitely read a Splinterlands novel if it came out.
Yeah, there's a ton of lore out on the. I think it's on Peak D.
Hmm.
They do small videos. Like there's one for Waka. It's on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Well, they're
Yeah,
doing the weekly videos now on
yeah,
YouTube,
they're
and
great. Yeah, they're great.
yeah, so
And so I could like so for example, if you're going to do a television show, like who would play Valinor, right? Who would play Arius? There's enough characters with enough backstory.
yeah.
What's the other one? The guy. Hold on, I always get the names right. I have so many cards in my head; it's crazy.
I don't know how
Um,
you keep track of all of them.
I
It's
don't.
it's actually quite
I
impressive because I feel like I only know Chaos Legion, and now I'm once modern format rolls around, I'm gonna try and start learning upper cards for Untamed and Dice,
Yep.
but that's gonna be a whole other thing.
Yeah. Actually, Auster Rotwell. Excellent story there for
Mm,
the lore. So, do you know the lore for that one?
I don't want to give us
Oh,
a little
excellent.
snippet.
So basically, long story short, the Lord of Darkness found him on the mountain where they do the battle, Mount
Hmm.
Mox, and he refused to leave. And so Lord of Darkness said, "Hey, this guy is very talented. We're going to send some instructors to you and teach you everything you need to know." Oh, it's right there. I mean, you're looking at it.
Yeah. No, this is cool.
That's only one. That's only one paragraph. Like to get
Yeah.
all of that out of that. So imagine what a story about that would be, right? Hell, even one episode of a show, right? Just talking about him and his, the challenges and
hmm
like super
Would
cool.
so if there was some kind of television series or Netflix series, whatever you want to look at it, would you prefer live action or animated?
Both,
You'd want both. Okay.
both.
Interesting.
Yep.
So the thing is, what I really appreciate about animation recently is, and now like animation isn't just looked at as like kids TV shows, and I would want
Yeah.
this to be, I would want it to be the gritty PG-13 that I think the lore really covers through. So
Yeah. Have you ever seen the old animated Lord of the Rings?
no, I haven't. Is it
It's
good?
good.
I just, what's
So
funny? It's funny you mentioned that because I just literally rewatched the trilogy Lord of the Rings with the
yeah,
extended cut. It took me like a whole week to get through the
yeah,
entire thing.
yeah, it's good stuff. But there was back, I think it was in the '90s. Yeah, I think it was in the '90s. They did. They actually had real actors that they painted over. I believe they did the animation that way. It's really, really good.
hmm
They never finished it, but still, it's a solid piece of entertainment. At least I think so. I'm sure somebody's in the comments right now. It was trash. Maybe.
Yeah, well, everybody's got opinions. People
Yeah.
are asking
Well, I
when we're
mean, but
gonna.
hey, it is what it is.
People are asking when we're gonna give land away. I don't know, guys. We're
I will
probably gonna.
never give land away.
Yeah, we're
That's
probably gonna
never gonna
keep
happen.
keep it to PAX for right now.
Yeah.
Land dropped in price off the roadmap. What is land? Oh, I think land is under $300 right now. So
Yeah, I remember when it was 2000.
2000. When was it
2000
2000?
bucks.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. But I mean, if it's under 300 now, that's good. I would almost consider buying some at that price. So if it's at 300, maybe in another month or two, it'll be down to 100. If it goes to 100, I'm definitely gonna pick up some.
Yeah. How many plots do you have now, if you don't mind me asking?
4. Yeah, 4.
Okay.
So 2 that I bought again by accident, and then the other ones were 2 from the raffle. I call it a raffle, but the mystery potions that we had. I got
Yeah.
2 there, and then the totems were from the raffle that they did, which I didn't even know they were having a raffle.
Mhm.
And so I mean, there's so many aspects of this game that when I started, I had no idea about anything. And I'll tell you this: I didn't even know that you had to level up summoners so that you could get
Oh,
use
the
more powerful
monsters.
monsters.
Yeah.
No one told me, right? I was playing solo and never talked to anybody. And I kept what was it? It was a skeleton, the undead skeleton. I maxed it out. I'm like, why can't I use it? It had a little question mark, little exclamation point next to it. And I was like, what the heck's going on? And then
Mhm.
somewhere, I think I read a post, and it says, actually, it was during one of the combats. A little message came up, and it
Oh,
said,
those
"Oh,
thunder
don't
bites.
forget to
Interesting.
level up your summoner." I was like, "What do you mean level up your summoner?" And so again, there was no one to explain
Yeah.
what that grid was that says, hey, at this level you can play these level characters. I had no idea. But eventually it all kind of came together, and through content creators, right? I
Mhm.
think Bulldog always says it. Hey, don't forget to level up your summoners. It's the most important thing in the game. But again, 2 years ago, I didn't know.
It's interesting you mentioned that because I was like literally just browsing Reddit the other day, and that situation came up where somebody like made a post asking, I just leveled up my monster to level 5. How come I can't play him in
Exactly.
battles? And it's good because there's community there immediately to
Yeah.
let him know that was, or him or her know that was the reason. And but a part of me was just like, oh shoot, I guess like as a content creator, we're not doing our jobs.
Yeah,
people,
but
people are making the investment before they fully realize what they're doing.
right, for me, I thought the cards were like Magic the Gathering, right? You don't level up a card in Magic the Gathering.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
viewed it the same way, right? And I was still able to play, right? And I was playing in bronze. I would get to silver, super happy when I got to silver. And to be honest, I said, oh, well, I'm just going to stop. And then I learned about the summoners and powering them up. And I already had Archmage Arias, but I had no real dragons, right? So then it all came together, right? But the community, like to your point, was super good.
Yeah. Speaking of Archmage Arias, this is gonna be an interesting question for you.
Yeah.
Is there a price point at which you would sell? It's $32,000 right now. I was just looking at it when you mentioned it,
So,
so now I'm curious.
so at one point it was 105.
Hmm.
My friend, she asked me, she said, because I remember calling her and said, "Hey, Archmage Arius is $105,000," and she goes, "Are you going to sell it?" I said, "No way, you crazy." And then she goes, "Well, what if that one card is worth more than your house?" And I said, at that point, I would have no choice but to sell.
Mm.
So it's between 105 and some other ridiculous number, and I would probably sell it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Same thing with Gold Waka. Right. I'm never selling that card.
How much is that going for
Well,
now?
one, I'll probably not be able to find anybody to buy it. Right. That's one thing. But even if I could, I wouldn't
Well, this is only
sell it.
$7,000 right now.
Right.
Oh
Well,
wow,
that's
Lord
because
of
that's what.
Fire, 300,000.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. But I mean, if you look at it, if you click on that, how many are in the market? Probably one.
It's probably just one.
Yeah. So that's not a real good measure of the value of cards. I think it's actually a terrible measure.
True. Well, I guess I'm not looking. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We shouldn't be looking at that. When my question for you was mainly like, what would be your number, or are you so dedicated to the game that
Um,
you would keep
no,
it
so dedicated to
even
the
if this thing
sport,
hits
right?
7 figures?
So I'll answer the question honest. So I would love to sell that card for $1,000,000. And the $1,000,000 is, I remember what I bought it for. That would be 1,000x. No, would that be? Yeah, 1,000x. No. I'm sorry, 100x on it, which is normal for crypto, right? 100x. And hold on, so let me do my math again.
You bought it
No,
for 10
that would be
grand.
1,000. No, that would be 1,000x. $1,000,000
1,000x.
would be
Oh,
1,000x. And imagine the article that people would write about that, right? Guy sells card for digital asset for $1,000,000, right? But we see that all the time, right? We see, well, not all the time, but we see it enough where
we see it in
people
other NFTs, and I feel like it's just a matter of time
absolutely,
before people discover the
absolutely.
NFTs with a use case.
Absolutely, absolutely, and the cards look great, right? So the longer they're out there, the longer the game has success.
Hmm.
We're still playing, right? We talk for hours about this game, right? Other people talk for hours and consume content around this game. They've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same content, people are still consuming it, right? So obviously, there's something there for people that keeps people engaged.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is one of the things where it's like literally taking over my brain
Yeah,
space, just
yeah,
because I love thinking about it, because it's the complicated and complex nature of the game that
yeah.
actually gets me excited about it, and it's just there's so much that you can do with it.
Right. Yeah, but even with it being complex, you can sometimes I just sit there and I mean I'll tell you honest, some nights I lose way more than I win. But got some music going in the background, playing some games,
Hmm.
listening to content in the background, thinking about crypto, right? That's like a thing that we all have in common.
Yep.
And I mean, who knows, right? With the state of the economy in the world right now, who knows? Splinterlands cards might be used to buy food. Like you don't know,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
mean, it's outrageous what's happening out there. So we don't
Well,
know.
I mean, I just love the idea of being able to rent them out, right? Like
Yes.
that whole the one thing that the team did right was, sorry, I shouldn't say the one thing. They've done a lot of things right, but one thing
Yeah.
that I really appreciate is the fact that this marketplace is like incredibly robust and very ahead of
Absolutely.
any other game or any other project in the space.
Yep.
And so, I'm sure that was like a huge undertaking for them. And if they want to be able to do the same thing with like land and other things in the future, that's going to be just as big.
Yeah. Actually, if you look at right now, your 24-hour volume, $140,000 worth of cards have exchanged hands in the last
Wow.
24 hours. That's crazy, right?
That is. I wonder how much of that is like bots flipping back and forth, which
Doesn't matter. Part of the economy,
doesn't
right?
matter. There's
Doesn't
I
matter at
guess
all.
what that shows is that there's activity here, right? So there are people making money here.
Right. So, actually, this is one of the things when you were talking about the bots the other day.
Hmm.
If they get rid of the bots, the prices of all the cards will go sky high, right? Because eventually the supply will only be the supply that we generate, which we aren't generating nearly as much as they are,
Yeah.
right? So, especially around the rewards cards. So, there'll be a supply shock. at some point, and everything will go up. This is another reason why you want to buy your rewards cards now, right, for relatively cheap, because aggro could come out tomorrow and said, you know what, we're taking a hard stance on bots. That's it. If we identify them, we're gonna ban them.
Yeah.
Or
I
not
mean,
give them access.
I don't see that. I don't see that
I don't
coming.
see it
But
happening either, but it could happen.
But well, one of the things that was interesting, and I was actually considering like turning this into a video, but now that we're talking, here, let me go back to this screen. So if we look at like Chaos and Untamed Summoners, and let's just look at the rare summoners. So these are the summoners that are currently in the starter deck, right?
Yep.
So you're able to play these with the ghost cards, and I'm looking across the board here, and the Chaos Agent summoners are at 42,000 in terms of overall circulation. These are the cards that are in circulation. There are 400,000 active accounts, 90% of which I think people are assuming are bots at this point, and it's hard to disprove that. So when the rewards, like the ranked rewards, changes and you need to have summoners, well, you don't necessarily need to have them, but now these are cards that you're no longer earning on, right? Like one of the 7 cards that you can use, you won't be earning on. Like that's going to be a huge hit to bot earnings, just the summoners alone.
Right. So you can do an experiment right now, right? So open up beta. So click on beta as well. So we get the beta summoners as well, and the chaos and the chaos.
Okay, there we go.
Right? All right. So look at Alaric. Alaric is what compared to the summoners in Chaos Legion, right? It's Obsidian, right? For 1 more mana, it doesn't matter because they bump the mana pool, right, from 50 to 60.
Yeah.
So that 1 mana is like almost irrelevant most of the time.
True.
Most of the time. But look at the price, right? So that's almost 15. Was it 15 times? My math is a little off, but I mean, at one point, Alaric was $3, $2, $1, right? So you're seeing the future now, right?
Yeah.
Obsidian is way undervalued compared to the equivalent card from the past, right? So let's look at another one, Malaric. What does that look like?
Oh, with
that looks like Tarsa with a +1 health to it. Look at the.
I like Tarsa so much better than Malaric. I mean, again, it comes down to like that 1 mana, and that 1 mana becomes insignificant in so many situations.
Yep. So what's one? So let's see. There isn't even one for speed back then, right? Well, there was, but I think it was from Alpha. Yeah, there's not even a speed one, right? So look at Kelia, right? That's a fantastic card.
Yeah. Oh, she's the highest, I think, on a Chaos Agent, which is great.
Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, you can just look at all of those cards from beta, and you can kind of see the future of what the value of the summoners is going to be. Again, not next month or 6 months from now, but maybe 2 years from now.
Well, the thing is, there will always be way less Ulrics. And here's the thing, too. My counterpoint for you on this was, I think Ulric is also super popular because many of those legendary magic monsters for water are like super powerful. And I don't know, like, well, here's where it gets interesting, because right now, Obsidian doesn't have as many of those powerful magic monsters, but that could come in the future. In the same way that, like, Phantom of the Seas and Jin O'Shaughnessy's came way later than Ulric. So it could be something where you speculate on that.
But even the ones that you do have for Obsidian are already, I mean, you have Queen Mycelia. She's crazy, right?
She's good, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they're not fast. That's the thing with the Earth monsters. They're not super fast.
Right.
But I agree with you. I mean, Regal Periton is good.
Yep. Mycelic slip spawn. Oh my goodness! I mean, look at the stats on that one. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, let's go to the left. Yeah, so look at the stats. So I mean, that is a perfect.
Force field is so underrated. I really like
it's
that.
Brutal, right? And you have slow. Add on to it the Periton, I think it's called. That one is
Regal
ridiculous.
Periton,
yeah, that's a ridiculous card. Right, and I think a lot of the Regal Periton. I mean, look at the speed on that.
I mean, even Goblin Psychic, who is slow, but The fact
brutal.
that you get a healer with affliction and shadow, and you get this at level 7 is insane to me. Like this
I
card, I think is
think, yeah,
really underrated.
yeah.
And
Oh, huge, huge.
I need to level mine up because I'm only at level 6. So
It was. I'll tell you honestly, it was the first card from Chaos Legion that I maxed out.
oh really? Wow. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
To me, like these three, affliction, heal, and silence.
It's
I
brutal.
look at that, I'm just like, those are such powerful, maybe even OP abilities, and you get it all in one monster.
But even the dispel at the end, right? I
True.
mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's
I
just the
mean,
icing on
it's
the
not a
top.
thing you're going to go for, right? But if you have it, imagine clearing off all those buffs from all the other,
Yeah.
all the other buffs that you're getting. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they did a great job with a lot of the cards. And if you're a new player starting right now, you're fine, right? You don't have to. There's a replacement for most of the beta and alpha cards. It might not be in the same splinter it was before,
Yeah.
but but there are definitely equivalents. So
I mean, the thing is, there are still some really, really solid cards here
yep,
for
even
magic
Jin
base.
Bilka, right? Great card, maxed out with Obsidian,
Oh
fantastic.
yeah. I mean, he's powered up with Obsidian so well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and again, I mean, the price, I'm sure it's probably super low.
It's $2. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
that's
It's at some
outrageous.
point he was selling for 20. So like I look at this and like I don't know if and when we'll get back up to $20, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do.
Yeah,
It just might
yeah,
take a couple of years.
yeah, yeah. I mean, stuff them in the bag and put them away for later.
Yeah,
Delegate them out to people. Do whatever you're going to do, right? I mean,
yeah.
rent them out. There's lots and lots of options. And again, how long would you need to rent a gin for to get your money back and have paid nothing? Over a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because that's literally where we're headed. So
Do you play Earth as much?
not as much. I play it more now.
Okay.
I just wasn't into it before. I mean, I have some good Earth cards, but I play it a little bit more now. Obsidian kind of changed the game there. I would play it the same way that I played Water before.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, because I know that your llama's only at level 2,
Yeah,
so I wonder if that
which is
limits
why,
you
right?
at the
Yeah, yeah.
higher. Yeah.
So I saw Mimosa and I was like, yeah, let me focus on this first. And I just never got back around to Llama,
Llama.
which I didn't even know Llama Cron was a thing until content creators started talking about it. Like Llama
Yeah.
Cron, Llama Cron. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And so I have Cron. I have Cron. I have both.
You've been playing at the higher levels though, so Lamacron I feel like is only dominant in bronze and maybe silver, parts of
Yeah.
silver.
Which is why I gave it to my son, right?
Yeah.
And he dominates with it at the lower levels.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Kitty though. So I had an opportunity to get Kitty, right? But I was like, oh, who wants a summoner that looks like a fluffy little cat? No, I'm not. I am not kidding.
It's so
And
funny.
I didn't understand speed. True, the true
The
strike.
True Strike is underrated on that. Yeah.
I didn't understand any of it because when you compare it to Jotun with blast and +1 to range, I mean, Jotun to me was clearly better, but the reality was the cards, Kitty was so cheap when it came out compared to what it is now,
Yeah.
and I could have bought tons of them.
I mean, it's like $100 more than Jotun. Can you believe that?
I can believe it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because it's so oppressive, right? That's speed kills, right? Always hitting kills. And the heal is outrageous. But the heal is not even the best part of Kitty, right? So I think it's the +2 speed.
That makes a huge
You
difference.
go first, right? You go first. Your guys are stunning and poisoning and doing whatever they're going to do, and then your opponent has what's left, right? Whatever's left of their team after that first attack, then they get to attack you, and chances are they're going to miss.
Yeah. Oh, and it's fun playing with like backfire on that. I like that.
Yeah,
that card you talked about, the
horrendous.
Naga Assassin.
Yep.
So great.
Yep.
All right, let me see here. So I'm sorry, we're like falling behind on some of the comments, but
Yeah,
Darren's
sorry,
asking, do you think the plot up if they separate them out? I don't think that's even going to happen. So I think that they would just keep the plots or the regions and tracks intact.
Yeah, I think Gank was talking about that the other night, right? That he wishes that they would allow you to break up the regions and the the
Yeah.
tracks and things like that. But it's the same thing, right? It's the value was in the fact, and again, I don't really disagree. I mean, from his perspective, I would definitely I
You'd want
understand
to
where
do
he's
that.
coming from,
Yeah.
right? You would definitely want to break it up and at least get some value from your investment, right? Say you want to sell half of your region, can't do that right now. It's all or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, once you break it up, then and start opening packs, you might realize the value of that whole tract or region may plummet, right? Because now you know what's in it, right? And
Exactly.
people may be less interested. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that during their implementation, that even if you have a common, depending on what you put into the land, you can build it up to be equivalent to a legendary. I think that would be super cool, because that would allow you to take cards like Llama and Kron and put them on a land and have the equivalent of a legendary land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, that's true.
yeah, and again, I mean, they're going to implement it how they implement it. So I'm sure you have a bunch of comments you want to get to.
No. I mean, that was a great point. Like, I mean, I just don't see them changing things. To your point, right? I just don't see them changing things from what they had originally planned, unless something ends up being broken. I just wanted to recognize some of the guys here. Sean Michael, what's going on? Um, Someone's saying, do you know which chain tech? So all I was asking, do you know which chain tech they will Splinterlands will use? When it becomes its own chain, I think EOS. So as of now, they have no desire to move on to their own chain.
Yeah, Hive is
And
awesome.
with all the delays and everything, I wouldn't want them to spend any time focusing on another chain right now. Hive, they seem to be happy
Hive
with
is
Hive.
awesome.
So just roll with
It's
Hive.
cheap, it's secure, it has delegations, it has everything that we use on a regular basis. I would see no benefit to go into any of that other stuff.
I mean, let me put it this way, and I'm not even like a maximalist on this, but like at the end of the day, if there's only going to be one winner in the multi-chain future, it's going to be Ethereum, right? So at any point, if that's going to happen in the future, I feel like they would transition it over to Ethereum. It's just Ethereum sucks right now because of the fees and and network congestion. But if Ethereum keeps growing and developing and doing what they're doing, then I can see Ethereum solving a lot of those problems in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, so they are doing a lot of side chain stuff, right? So you don't
side chain, second layer.
So that could be that could fix it. Also, Ethereum 2.0, it's like fusion power, right? It's coming. It's 25 years in the future. We'll have it. So it'll get here when it gets here, and I think that'll change a lot of things as well.
Yeah, but I can't see them leaving the Hive blockchain like within the next couple of years, and only if they really needed to. But here's the thing: if they needed to, that would signal that there's potential problems in or around the game, which would worry me a little bit.
If I had to predict a problem, again, just me talking about it, I would say energy efficiency is going to be a thing in the future, right? Especially given the price of power now.
Yeah.
So which is the most energy efficient chain out there, right? I don't know the answer to that question. I know it's not Bitcoin, right? I know it's not Ethereum right now, right? Anything that's proof of work.
Well, Ethereum is moving to proof of stake this summer.
Right, exactly.
So that will change things for them.
That's exactly where I was going. So how much more energy efficient will that be? Will another energy efficient chain come out? And there are some already, right? So I think that's going to be a driver going forward in the very near future, right?
Yeah.
I mean, tech stocks are taking a beating because of energy shortages, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot of cool projects out there: Solana, Avalanche, Polygon. But at the end of the day, I don't know. It's just one of those things where if unless you offer something truly different, it's like the Facebook Snapchat or Instagram Snapchat problem. Like, Ethereum didn't start off proof of stake; it started off proof of work. But then proof of stake became popular with all these other like newer, faster chains, and they all became popular. But as soon as Ethereum switches to proof of stake, there's just so much like capital in there, both financial and like intellectual capital, right? There's a bunch of people working on it, and within it, that ultimately I don't see something toppling it. Maybe I could be wrong. And again, I'm not an Ethereum maximalist, like,
right.
But it's just that, like, they will continue to, other chains will come along, other projects will come along, add in something interesting or introduce something interesting. And then Ethereum will, like 3 years later or 2 years later, be like, okay, here's our new update where we are going to implement this cool thing that came up. So
this is interesting, right? So what we just did, we were talking about a game, and look where we end up. That's
yeah,
why Splinterlands isn't going anywhere, right? Because it touches so many different things.
agreed. Yeah.
I know a lot of people are, were a little upset about the Waka Flocka thing, right? But it reached into a community and pulled something out, right? We are reaching into crypto and pulling things out, and music and all these different things. That is the power of crypto, right? That's the power of that community, and it can't be controlled, right? So I think these assets that we have, they have a great use case. Entertainment's fantastic. But who knows? There'll maybe other use cases for it in the future. Like, I can't wait till I think Splinterlands has a land on, where is it? Decentraland. Right?
Oh, do they really? Interesting.
They do.
Okay.
Absolutely. So my question is, what are they going to do with that?
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's not a small one, right? It's pretty big.
I mean, Decentraland is pretty big. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. And so I'm like, what's the plan, right? Like imagine if you could walk through all your land in Pretoria, right? You can literally walk through it in
VR.
In VR.
Oh, I cannot wait for that. I know we're probably still like a decade away, but that still makes me
don't know, right?
Yeah.
Don't know.
So right. Shadow, what's going on? So mana's increased. Thanks, Wild Hog. So if the Earth Legendary Summoner had Phase, Regal Periton would be unstoppable. Yeah, it would remind me of Void Dragon for sure. I would buy cards and build a great play deck. Best Buy at the moment is SPS. I agree. I love SPS. Oh, actually, so going back to your point though, Darkest Night, about the fact that we were talking about the stats within a specific card, and now we've gotten into like the future of technology,
exactly,
and how wide ranging our conversation is, and then we can just kind of like dive back in and be like, oh, what do you think of this ability on Crom? But I don't know, man. I love that about this game because it just, as you said, it touches so many different points, and it's so like scalable doesn't even cover it, right? Because it's just like the scope of like what this project is. And I don't even want to call it a game anymore, but like what the project is could be something massive, because what they're building can, be implemented with so many different technological revolutions that are happening simultaneously. And then we were talking about earlier too, where it's just like, you got the tech side of it. You got the financial side of it. We were talking about the entertainment side, right? Literally like Hollywood earlier, because you have all this intellectual property. I mean, it just makes me so excited, man.
Yeah, it's if you're, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but during the 90s when the internet first came out,
I'm old enough.
People they were like, oh, it's just a fad, it'll never last, right? And now it touches every aspect of our lives. And it happened, 20 years, right? But still, it happened relatively quickly, right? And it happened before we really realized it, right? Cell phones happened at the same time, right? So cell phone technology, the internet, ubiquitous computing, I mean, all of it, it came out of nowhere. And I think, what do they call the blockchain? Once in a 1,000-year technology. Feels like it to me.
Well, it's definitely, I mean, so the term that really stuck out to me was the internet changed the game when it first came out. And if you remember, like people were not torrenting, but like file sharing with what's that called? So the internet changed the game because all of a sudden you had digital things with things like Napster, or even the legal way with iTunes and MP3s, and we came into this era of digital abundance where now you have like you can make unlimited copies of something and never have degradation between like one copy to the next. It'll always be pristine and perfect. And so we had this crazy digital abundance. And then literally less than 2 decades later, we've introduced something called digital scarcity, which is Bitcoin, and then further blockchain, which like these two are equally important, and they happen within like 2 decades of one another. And it'll be fascinating to see where this takes us.
So, and that's interesting, right? Because there are people that are naysayers of NFTs in general, right? And that's exactly what they say. Like, you created this scarcity. Doesn't matter, right? Scarce is scarce. And again,
Exactly.
one of the things I love, even the screen that you have up right now, you can tell how many of these things are on the marketplace and how many of them are in circulation in general.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were talking about Alaric before, right? Well, you got to remember that Alaric has had was 2 years of being burned, right? So I wonder what it started out with. I don't even know if we'll ever know, right? How many there
Oh, that's a
were
good point.
when it
Yeah.
first came out. So again, the current summoners will get burned as well as people start, powering up their cards. So we're at the beginning of that now for a lot of these cards, but as the community grows, and I believe it will grow,
Yeah.
we will see how many, like for example, Archmage Arius can't be burned because it's max. It's always going to be max.
Yeah.
Same thing with Waka, except for now they're going to burn those,
They
right?
might burn those. Yeah.
They're going to burn whatever's on the marketplace. So what's that going to do to their price? That $7,000 that you saw is the $7,000 that the Splinterlands team said
Set
it should
it
be
at.
worth,
Yeah.
right? But it'll be what it's going to be, right? And again,
Exactly.
I've used that card and I think it's great. You just have to use it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I mean, these are stories that we keep seeing over and over and over.
Good point. Yeah.
Right? Like if someone told me, "Oh, don't max out your Chaos Legion summoners because you have plenty of time," I would say, "Yeah, no, I'm going to do it right."
I've probably been guilty of saying that at some point.
Yeah, no way.
But I'm almost trying to hedge my bets here. Well, one thing that I do want to go back to though, which I think was a good point that you brought up, where you're saying that you believe that this game is going to grow in the future. Now, here's something, guys, that I want to share with you, and that is the fact that like I'm just looking at the analytics on my channel, right? And like I don't do anything fancy. I don't come up with like crazy like thumbnails, and I'm not like actively trying to like get people. I just try to put out content that's interesting and start the conversation, right? And so this channel has grown complete. Like I've not done any type of marketing. I haven't paid for any ads. I haven't even been posting on my socials because my socials tend to be all music related. So this is just general interest that has been happening since last September. Now, more importantly, though, I think I crossed like 1,000 subscribers back in January. So from January to now, I've grown 400, or so like subscribers since then. And the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that there are people coming into this game. There are new people that I'm talking to either here or on Discord or on Reddit that are coming into this game and becoming a part of the ecosystem. And I think what's frustrating is the fact that because the bot numbers are so inflated, we don't see that the new players, real players, are actually growing. So
Absolutely.
just something or a little insight that I wanted to share where
Absolutely.
there are definitely people coming. I mean, I don't think that there are bots following this account.
But well, and that was where I was going to go with that. Exactly right. Like bots are not watching your
exactly
channel,
yeah
right. So exactly, you can look at a percentage gain over the 3-month period, right? What is that? So you went from 1,000 to what, 1,400?
Yeah, I mean, so just in the last 4 months.
What is that? 40%.
40%. Yep.
That's an outrageous growth target for anybody, right? So, and I'm sure the other content creators are having the same. And I think I said this the last time we talked, is you can find a content creator that speaks to you the same way that you would speak to your buddies, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, there are others that whatever, good stuff. But you put out content all the time, right? Like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, what?
I just never
sleep. What are you talking about now? I gotta know.
There's no sleep for the wicked. No,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and for me, I thought about doing it myself, but I'm like, I don't have the time for that. Right. But again, you can interact with people that do have the time for it or the inclination to do it. Right. And it's we're part of a community, right? Not everyone has to be a content creator.
Yeah, well, I mean, so for example, someone like Godzilla, like I've talked with him several times, and for him, he's like, I have no interest. And Godzilla, I hope you're okay with me sharing this, but he's like, yeah, I have no interest in like starting a channel or creating a brand, but he's like, I like talking about it, and I want to like get on and talk with people about it and share my opinions and learn from others. So I'm like, okay, well, this is the right place for you.
Yes, and I'm the same way, right? Like I don't need
exactly,
to, I don't want to do all the stuff, right? But I want to play the game. I want to have fun. I want to help the community, have interesting conversations about stuff, right? And,
exactly. Well, because it's so interesting, because it touches so many different things. I think that's like again, we're talking about game meta at one point and talking
Yep.
about like the future of technology and development in another.
Yeah, and if you listen, like Walking Keys and Gank, I've recently started really paying attention to a lot of the
Mhm.
stuff that they put out. The dynamic that they have is they're two totally different personalities, right?
Mhm.
Which at first it was kind of like whiplash, right? And I was like, what? But then as you kind of get used to the way that they communicate, there's a lot of good information out there, right? Same thing for Bulldog and Infidel. I mean, everybody has a different style, right? And a different spin on the information,
True.
so
Yeah.
and a different purpose, right? So yeah, I think it's pretty good.
And
But
everybody's
we did
story is
it
like
again, man.
unique. Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. You I mean,
I'm good.
feel
I'm good. I'm good.
feel free. I mean, we
Yeah, we
can
gotta start breaking it up next time, make them smaller
make it
packets.
smaller
Yeah.
chunks.
Give
Yeah.
me
Well,
give me a table of contents or an agenda so I can stick to it.
you know how it is with me. I'm not organized enough for that. I just like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go where the conversation leads. Well,
Yep.
here, how about let's we can go through a couple more of the comments
Yep.
and then call it a day.
Yeah.
Um,
Did we give out all the packs?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I went through. Okay, so here's what I wasn't counting, but I went through all of the people who gave their username. So
Cool.
if you were here and didn't get a pack, let me know.
You know what I'd love to do? Do you have any potions on you? One of the things I
I
love
do.
watching is pack openings. I
Should we
just
just
do
do
that.
it? Should we
Yeah,
just
I'm
do
gonna
it?
send one over, and then we can give out well, unless it's a legendary. But hold on. Oh, you do? Okay, I'll
I
send
get,
one, and you can open one of yourself if you want.
sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna send you another.
All right. So while he's doing that, let me just catch up on some of the things. Hey, Shadow. Jose, I agree. Right now, bots are printing cards. So Darren says HBD staking to 20% yesterday. Nice. Wait, Darren. So I have a question for you. If you can explain HBD staking, or is it the savings account? Um, I'm not getting paid on that. I mean, I only have like $30 in HBD, but I never see the interest come in. So does that pay out like daily, monthly, yearly? That was one of the things I was confused about. So I'm glad you brought that up. ETH code is apparently a nightmare to learn or to work with for devs. Tom, thanks for sharing that. I'm not a dev, so I can't speak to that. ETH is not designed for games. Yeah. Oh, Lordo, good to see you here. Jose's asking if Darkest Night makes Splinterlands content. Darkest Night, I'm going to keep pushing Darkest Night to do so, but if
No,
not,
I'll
second best
come
thing will
hang
be
out on
to
your show, man. That's the
have,
best.
yeah, second best thing will be to have him here, but
The best I got for you.
um, so let's see here. Okay, let's do some packs.
Yeah, I sent you one. So
All right,
yeah.
so let's open this pack for you now. Hopefully, we got some good luck for you, and there's a gold foil
What happens.
legendary in it. Ooh.
So anyone that's still here, look at that.
Come on, internet, don't fail me now.
So it's funny. Here we go. Here it comes. Come on. Wow.
Spinning circle of this is wild.
So I've only gotten one gold legendary ever. I forget which one it is.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I don't open up a whole lot
outside
of
of Waka.
Well, that's one, right? That's the only one. But I think I might have sold it. Let's see. Let me just look real quick.
I'm a little worried. Well, I don't want to refresh because then I feel like I'm going to lose.
Well, you have the thing at the bottom where it says, "Hey, you have an unrevealed pack opening." So that's what that's for.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so you'll be fine.
Should I? It's asking me about custom transaction.
Oh, you know what's a really great card that I don't hear anybody ever talking about is there we go.
Oh,
No.
is this a? Oh,
No.
This is a
That's
rare.
rare.
Oh man, sorry.
But it could be gold. Let's see what it is. Let's do it.
And there's your gold foil.
See? Oh, gold.
Gold foil Chaos Knight.
Yes. That's
very
awesome.
nice. I'm gonna send this back to you so you can continue building your gold deck.
Oh no! I have one maxed out. That's gold.
Fair enough. What do you want me to do with these cards
I like
then?
that card. So yeah. So yeah, let's. Do you have that wheel? Do you have the wheel thing?
No. Yes.
So maybe we can put it in whoever's in chat still that we can give it out there. Dax Paragon. So I never hear anybody talk about that card.
Dax Paragon. Oh, that's the one. I like that one with Pelacor Conjurer a lot just
Yes,
because of the
yes,
amplify.
absolutely.
It comes in so
What's
handy.
and it has affliction, right? Which life doesn't. I don't think there's any other affliction card.
Mm-hmm.
So that card, it's brutal, right? Let's see.
Oh, does that have affliction? So mine isn't leveled up. I guess I gotta.
Yeah, I mean
That's why I wasn't thinking too hard about it.
yeah,
Okay,
it's brutal.
so
So
let me go here to content. All right. So how do you want to do this giveaway? Are we just gonna give all 5 cards to
yeah,
someone?
let's just skip all 5.
Okay. All right, guys. So the way that we were doing this the last time we were using the wheel is I need, and trust me, I'm not fishing for comments here, but I do need you to have commented like in the last couple of minutes. So if you haven't commented in a bit, comment, because then I'm able to do a copy and paste of
Yep.
the chat, I believe is what we were doing. Viewer activity. Oh, where is it? Top chat. Oh shoot, I forgot how I did this last time. All right, well, we'll give everybody a second to comment.
Yeah, because man, if you've hung out for the whole stream, you're a trooper.
For sure.
When my sons heard the other one, they were like, "Dad, you talk too much."
Are you kidding me? Everybody wants to hear what you got to say.
Yes, he said, "Dad, you talk too much."
Analytics, viewer activity. No, okay. I don't know what. Oh, participants. There we go. Okay, cool. So now everybody who's chatted in the last couple of minutes here, I can copy and paste the name. Boom. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and pull the winner. You guys are going to get whatever you see in this pack here. And I'm going to have to remember these.
Yeah, there's a way to get rid of all those empty ones, by the way. Yeah, how many people do you have?
So it looks like we have 7. No, not 71.
No. Yeah, so if you change that number, I think in entries, it'll put it down. How did yeah.
Yeah, continue. We don't have that many people.
It was a way to do it. Oh well. You know what? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
It's just yeah. So 1 card each for. Yeah, let's just do it.
There's got to be a way to remove
duplicates.
Okay, well, whatever. We're here now. So
Icy Flow.
Icy.
No.
Oh, Icy Flow. You were so
Win
close.
was taken from you.
All right. Actually, Jose is gonna get them all, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Or were you trying to do one each?
I was thinking about doing one each. Spread the love a little bit.
All right. Jose. So
I would give him the gold since he won first. That's what
I need your in-game username.
Let's check the how much CP is on that one. Just give me a second. Where are you? Yeah, it's 250 CP, so not terrible. Yeah, that's good.
It's pretty good, I would say.
And let's look at the other one.
All right, so I'm doing this on my other computer here so I can see what's available. Jose, you want them all? All right, sorry, we changed our minds. So you're just gonna get the gold foil one, unless you want my select slip spawn.
Yeah, it's only 20. It's only 20 power. Yeah, the gold one is definitely the way to go.
Okay, so
yeah, just to spread the love a little bit more.
I agree. Let's spread the love a little more. All right, Jose, did you give your in-game username?
Yeah, my Selec is great, but yeah, a gold anything is always better.
Gold foil. Plus, if you really don't like the gold foil, you can just
sell it.
Just sell it and buy my Selec slip spawn. You can probably buy a couple of them. Yeah,
you can buy everything in that pack with the gold.
All right, Jose, give me that in-game username. All right, I'm going to go ahead and remove you from here, and then we're going to pull the next one.
Yep.
Hopefully by that time you send me. All right, looks like we're going to get a false start, but after that we should be good. Remove all instances. All right, here we go.
There we go.
It looks so much prettier now.
Woohoo.
Eric M, congratulations.
Oh, nice.
All right, Jose.
Everybody likes to win.
I know, for real. Okay, Jose XEPITI. All right, it is on its way to you now. I'm assuming, Eric, you would like my Sonic slip spawn, right?
Absolutely.
I think we're just going to have to make decisions for everybody here. So.
Yeah, because it'll take too long otherwise.
Yeah,
I would say the supply runner would be the next one because that's definitely a win card right there.
Oh, love that card. Yeah. Sorry, we're just gonna pick for you guys. So next one's gonna be supply runner. All right, so Smithers 113 on its way to you now. Congratulations. All right, let's go ahead and remove.
Yeah, that supply runner's one that's definitely worth leveling up as well. It's a really good card.
I mean, just in silver, the fact that you get Swift is so clutch.
Oh, yeah.
Quinn Trim, congratulations. All right, Quinn, give me that in-game username, por favor. Oops. There we go, supply runner. Eric, you got it? Awesome. Jose, you got it? Perfect. Look at that. Just doing tons of giveaways today. I love it. Speed kills. All right. Quinn, go ahead and give me the in-game username if you haven't already. I guess if you did, I don't know where it would be. Oh, Darren. So HBD is paid out monthly. Okay. Do you know what day of the month? Or is it at the end of every month? Sorry, I got so many questions about this. Because I just have my money sitting in there. Again, it's like $30. So it's not a lot, but it's just disappointing.
Well, in 60 years, it'll be awesome.
In 60 years, it'll be great. Yeah, I'll pass it down to my children.
There we go. It has to start somewhere.
Okay, Quinn, you're going to get the supply runner. I'm going to give you another minute to come through, and then we're going to do... What are we doing next?
Let's do Venari Scout.
Yeah, Venari Scout. All right, Quinn. Send me that in-game username. GM is Games World. Games World. Perfect. All right, sent. Terrorizer.
Terrorizer. Nice.
Q8. Fun name. Congratulations, Terrorizer Quate. I don't think I should have said it like that. Send me your in-game username, and last person is going to get whatever. Oh, Carrion Shade.
Yeah, which is not a bad card either.
No, I love the fact that each of the splinters has a 1 mana card.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, so
actually, you know what I was noticing the other day is, when you get there's that rule set that takes away all special abilities. The Water Splitter is the only one that has really good cards with no abilities. All the others, like they have a whole set of cards, I believe, if I remember correctly, that have no abilities, and they're optimized to have no abilities, right? So they hit a little harder, they have a little bit more shield, a little bit more health.
That's true. There's quite a few of them in the Water Splinter.
Yes, they really are, and they're good. Like, they're really, really good.
All right, Terrorizer, I just sent you your card. Darren V, congratulations on winning the last card in this pack. What we'll do is I'm gonna reset this, get everybody's name back in, and then I'll open up another pack.
Oh, cool.
So if that's cool with you, Darkest Night,
let's do it.
All right, so Darren, send me your in-game username. Let me get Carrion Shade up in here.
I think it would be super cool for everyone to come hang out in Vegas.
I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I've been able to develop, some really cool friendships and relationships with people like yourself, right? So
we would have a ball.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun.
It's like, hey, where's Darkest Night? And then we have people say, hey, why is your name really Darkest Night? Yes, yes, it is.
D Rambo. You can go completely anonymous. People won't have to know who.
Oh, it would. I don't think I could be anonymous anywhere.
What's interesting though is so one of the other games that I don't play but I'm following is DeFi Kingdoms, and that team is completely anonymous. but
Really?
they were at, I don't know if it was NFTLA or some kind of like NFT thing. And they're like, yeah, come see us. We're going to be at the booth and like, we'll be wearing masks. And
That's
I
cool.
like, it's interesting, right? Like that, there's projects that are obviously successful with that kind of, team behind them. So,
So I guess
all right,
they're
guys,
doing the Satoshi thing. So
the whole
that's kind of cool.
Satoshi thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well,
cool.
I wonder if part of it is like the regulation or, regulatory. It's just like if anything ever comes down, then they can never be tied to it. Maybe. I don't know. That was my first thought.
I mean, hard to say, right? I mean, I'm sure they have their reasons, and maybe they just like the idea of just being anonymous, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys, send me or just do a quick chat or a comment. Just I'm gonna go through and pull in all of the recent commenters again. So I want to make sure that you are included there. Oh, Jose's asking how you came up with your name. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, how I came up with mine or you?
Yeah, you, Darkest Night.
Well, kind of obvious. Dark, and I'm a knight. That's it. So I've had multiple names in RPGs and games and such like that, but this is the one that stuck the longest. Ironically, my name for a long time was Mortis, and this quick story. So I used to work at Dave & Buster's when I first moved to Atlanta. I worked at a software company, but I love Dave & Buster's. And so back in the day, they had a game, or really an area of Dave & Buster's called Virtual World. And it was based on Mech Warrior. So you could do mech, giant robots. And so we would wear lab coats and we tell everybody how to play. But in the off hours, we could play ourselves. And we would stay there all night and just play this game. It's one of the first network games that you could have side-to-side combats. And so my friends that I played, well, I guess they were my friends. They were more victims, but we would play and I would hear, oh no. And they would say my name and they'd say, oh, it feels like death. And then someone says, yes, that's his new call sign, Mortis. So we all had call signs, right? So that was my name for a long time. But then Darkest Night, it just seemed to kind of just fit.
Cool.
I don't know if that made sense.
Everybody's got an origin story. I love it.
Everyone should have an origin story.
Illusion saying he probably likes Batman. Is that true?
Because I'm Batman.
I mean, I'm not saying.
Who doesn't like Batman?
All right.
Like everybody likes Batman.
It's like I'm not saying Darkest Night is Batman. I'm just saying nobody's ever seen him and Batman in the same room together. That's all.
No one's ever seen it. Yes, but I do like that. I mean, I like all superheroes and science fiction. For a long time, for over 4 decades, that's kind of been my thing. So.
Gotcha. Orlordo, thank you for the generosity. Orlordo is saying that if they win on the spin, they'll give it, spin it again. They'll give it to that next person, and they'll double it. So see, like I said, this is what I love about the community, man. All right, so let's go ahead. We got to open the pack first. Okay, so I got all the names of everybody chatting. Gave all those cards out already. We got enough potions. Let's do it.
Yeah. It's funny. I think Splinterlands is really one of the first games that even if I lose, I still feel like I won. Honestly, it doesn't feel that bad, even though it calls you a loser in it, but still.
What do you mean you won? Oh, we got an epic in here.
Ooh, here we go.
This could get interesting. All right, let's open up the commons first.
Nice. Another Chaos Knight. Look at that.
Chaos Knight, not gold foil, but we'll take it. Got my Select Infantry.
That's a great card.
That's fantastic card. Yeah. And a Narissa Tridon.
That's pure gold.
Good pack, guys. This is a solid good pack. All right. Well, we got to keep the generosity going. So all these are going out.
I need to comment too. Hold on a second. That's a good pack.
I would send you this card if you ask for it right now. No questions asked.
I do have it maxed out. I like it, and it's great.
I still need
really more for the artwork. I liked it because of that.
The artwork actually she looks good. She looks like someone you wouldn't want to mess with.
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and spin.
Actually, my favorite. I'm sorry. You got
go ahead. Favorite card?
My favorite card. I'm gonna pull it up now. Give me a second. Oh, is River Nymph. Yes. I like that.
That's a good one too. I love the cleanse on there.
Yes. Yep.
I'm assuming you're talking about the artwork.
Yes. Yeah. I thought one of the guys did he did a comparison of all the artwork. I forgot who it was. The guy from England. What's his name?
All right, sorry, I just spun the wheel, but Ahmed was so close to winning. All right, so now we got rid of all the
There we go.
we
We're
got rid of all
good.
the spaces. What were we saying about England?
There's one of the guys. He did a ranking of all the cards based on the artwork and how attractive the characters are. It's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'll have to check
it
that
was
one out.
nuts.
All right, here. This is now for Narissa Tridon.
I'll have to look it up.
Sorry, Ahmed. You were this close. I would have given it to you, but it just wasn't written in the stars today.
Here we go.
But we'll see if you get it now. I mean, then it was meant to be all along. Not looking good for you, Ahmed, though. Sorry. Gus Z. Gussie, go ahead and send me that in-game username.
Congratulations. That's a big win right there.
That is a big
sure.
win.
Let's see what the value of that is.
I was just about to check it myself. See, I only have a level 2, so I need a lot more.
Yeah, but that's a rough one too. That's expensive.
Epics are always so tough.
So that's worth 160 right now. So that's not terrible, yeah. But that's still a max level is going to run you $70. So
yeah.
And what could you do with $70, right? You could buy a lot of other other stuff.
I mean, now I think the focus for me is like I'm getting a little worried about summoners. So part of me is like, once I'm done with all the, maxing out all the Chaos Agent cards, I think I'm just going to start focusing on getting my summoners maxed out.
So again, you have your strategy. And I wish I had done this first, but I'm glad I didn't because the price of the summoners just dropped so much. Had I bought summoners first, I would have overpaid.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, I totally would have overpaid for them compared to where they are now. Now, the one I did max out early was Quick Sedevius because I'm like,
I still need 2 of them, but he's good too.
Yeah, I play him most times over Archmage. It's
really?
that good. Oh, it's that good.
You know why? Good. I can tell you right now. Doing a little psychologist on you, but it's because he's a debuff, so he reminds you of all the death cards that you play with.
Yeah, but having a minus to speed, that's huge. That's super huge.
It is. Well, the nice thing is that even if they're not playing any ranges, you still get something out of it, and then you get access to dragons for 4 mana, which is not bad.
Yep, and you can use your other splinters, right? Whatever else was there, if you have one that you like. But yes, it is a debuff. I do like debuffs, even though it's really a risky play. It just
it's great for like anti-Jotun for me. I really like actually anti-Jotun and anti what's the new summoner? General Sloan.
Yeah. And even some of the other dragon cards, right? So there's one, what's her name?
Quicks is anti-Kitty if done right. Ooh, Icy Flow. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, all of that, man.
All right, so Gus C, did you send me your in-game username? Gus, I will actually opt to match and pass to the next person. What is this, man?
Woo!
Stop it. You're trying to make us look bad here. We're trying to do giveaways, and now you guys are passing on the giveaway. No, this is exactly what we want.
Giveaways are giving the giveaway.
Giving the giveaways away. Well, that's incredibly kind of you, Gus. Let's go ahead and pull this on then.
Yeah.
Or pull this again.
It's the anti-Selena Sky.
Oh, yeah. Wild Hog. Yep. Wild Hog. Congratulations. All right. Well, I am going to send you the Narissa Tridon. And then, I don't know. I'm not going to hold Gus to matching it, but Gus was very kind to pass it along to you. So go ahead and let me know the in-game username.
Yep. And the interesting thing is, I mean, we did this this tournament to delegate, but you don't have to have a tournament to delegate, right? You can just delegate to people that you played. Maybe you played a really good game against somebody. You can just send people cards randomly, right?
I love. I mean, see, nobody knows this about you because you don't like share it anywhere. But I'm going to share it for you. But don't you just or before we did this idea or like this whole tournament, you were telling me that like you would randomly like play against someone and then they would beat you or whatever, like
that's
a ranked battle, and then you'd send them cards. You just delegate cards to them. You'd be like, oh, he beat me.
I think Ardenek. That's how I had an interaction with Ardenek. She I delegated a card or two, and then I said, oh, if she beats me, if she wins, I'm just going to send her a card. So, but knowing, I mean, again, because that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
People that are skilled, because a good card in the hands of someone that's maybe doesn't know how to use it feels kind of a bit of a waste, right?
Hmm.
And not to say that I'm not trying to judge anybody's skill set, right? But if they're able to really make use of it, and I'm not the best player in the world, but I know how to play, right? If they can
Yeah.
beat me with the cards that I have, oh, then they're definitely gonna, be able to do something great with it. So, like
That's
I
so
sent
interesting.
her, I
Yeah.
think, what did I send her? I sent her a Lord Arianthus, right? And again, that's a card that I use sometimes, right?
Hmm.
But most people have never had a chance to play with that card. It's too expensive,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So what would you do with it if you had it?
Oh, I mean, it changes so much of the meta.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Gus. No, not Gus. Wild Hog. Send me your in-game username. I gotta send you this card, and we're gonna get on to the next person.
Yep.
So what is the next card that we're doing? We're giving away probably the Mycelic Infantry, right?
Yeah,
We'll just
for
go
sure.
down the line here.
Yeah,
All right,
that's a great card in the reverse speed. I like using it.
same. I mean, reverse speed. Also, I like using it whenever there's no magic involved
Oh
because I
yeah,
mean it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
a fantastic
Yep.
tank for that. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove Wild Hog. Wild Hog, I'm waiting for your in-game username. But this is going to be for the Mycelic Slip Spawn. Looks like it's going to Razor Games. Congratulations, Razor
Oh,
Games. Can you go ahead and confirm that in-game username for me again? I think it's Razor, but there's like two letters of it's like two R's or two Z's or two Y's.
yeah. Yeah. And I guess given the tournament and everything that's happened, we can hang out as long as we want, right? No one should complain about that.
Somebody complaining about how long we're hanging out.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want. We're
We
good.
can do whatever we
Tomorrow
like.
morning we'll still be here talking about this window.
Right?
No, probably not.
Probably not. It's a Monday. All right, Lord Arthianthus, always cringe when playing against it. Oh, especially when it's leveled up and it has Thorns,
Yep.
Void, and Magic Reflect. So annoying.
That's what I sent her. A completely leveled up one,
So
and
annoying.
absolutely. And back in the day, I think I paid $15 for a completely leveled up one.
Wow,
Yeah,
$15? Isn't that
yeah,
crazy?
it was super low. I mean, I just got it I was like, oh, let me pick that up. It was not expensive.
All right, Wild Hog, I just sent you the nerves to try it on. Congratulations on winning again. I mean, congratulations again on winning. I don't know if you've won twice today, but if you did, that's phenomenal luck. Okay, so next up, we're going to go with the regular foil Chaos Knight.
Yep.
So let's pull this here. Jose Morales, do I have a Discord? I mean, I have a Discord profile. I have a Discord server, but I don't use it, so I don't even want to tell you what it is. But I am on Discord, just at Aftersound. Gus, thank you for doubling that. It's very kind and generous of you. All right, so Will of D, you are the winner of the Chaos Knight. Send us your in-game username, and I'm going to send you the card right now. Like right now. If I can find it. There it is.
I'm looking up the Lord Arianthus. I can't remember. I'll know when I see it in the for sale.
The lore?
Not the lore. How much it? Yeah.
How
So
much it was.
so level 1 right now is 105. That's about average 105.
That's $1,000 maxed out card right there.
Yes. So I think it was $5 each when I got it. Yeah, it was about $5 because it was a reward card, right? That dropped fairly regularly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even realize it was a rewards card. Actually, that makes sense.
Yep. It's a reward card. So think about that, right? Like it was a card that dropped all the time. People undervalued it. I mean, it was great. And now there's an equivalent card. Let me see what it is.
Was the no melee monster rule set in effect then? Because maybe people didn't value it because that rule set wasn't there. It's something I think about, like, because obviously, like, there might be new rule sets moving forward and all that. So it's like,
so the equivalent card that was from Untamed is the Onyx Sentinel. It's the exact same card, except for instead of Magic Reflect, it has Return Fire. It's the only difference.
Got it. Okay. All right, Will of D sent you the card. Gus, happy to do so. Got a pack earlier, so just paying it forward. Awesome. Jose, I'm sorry to make it sound so disappointing for you. I will be more active on my Discord. It's just hard for me to keep up with everything, to be honest.
Yep.
All right, so thank you to After Sound. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. Cool. All right, so this next one is going to be for the Blinding Reflector. Let's go with that one. How do you like Scavo Hireling? Do you use it a lot?
It's good. I don't have it maxed out though. Let me see.
Once I love. I got mine to level 6, which is where you get camouflage.
Which is what I did.
That is super important.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
All right, Target. Congratulations, Target.
Look at you, where are you, Scavo? Here we go. Yeah, mine is level 6, and that's where I stop. Let's see, what's its last? Oh, but it has slow though, right? So maybe eventually
I will get it.
Maybe I might eventually get it. Because if you're going to throw it in,
that's true.
You might as well get the full benefit.
I'm surprised you don't have a fully maxed out Chaos Agent deck yet.
Oh, no, I'm not. That's not a thing I'm going for.
Like, not at all, or just not now?
Not at all. I mean, if I don't do it now, then it'll never happen, right?
So what's the thinking behind that? It's just there are cards that you want to use, and you're willing to pass up on other cards that don't seem like that?
Some cards are cards that make a difference in your battle. But I mean, even with the cards I have now, like I'm sorting through cards like that I've never ever used in a battle, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm actually thinking about doing, I think you did a video on renting your cards and putting them into, different groups and things like that, and then renting them out. But
Peak Monsters made that super easy. You should do it.
Yeah, I may. I mean, the price of a deck is going down a little bit, but you just, put the price up, more deck per CP. It's just, I would rather help the community a little bit more and make sure that it survives all of this bear market, right?
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing, and I hope that really that the Splinterlands team starts doing more marketing stuff. I think that's going to be, critical going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that people are focused on outside of playing Splinterlands, right?
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I hope we're not in a full bear market yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. All right, so this is for the last giveaway. That's going to be the Scavo Hireling. I'm going to go ahead and pull that name, and we have Olordo. Congratulations, Orlordo. I'm going to give you a chance to take it back, Orlordo. If you want to be the guy that decides to keep the card in case you need a Scavo Hireling, I'll send it to you. I don't want to hold you to what you said earlier.
Or you can give it out, right? So my biggest regret, I think I'll tell you what my biggest regret is not buying a gelatinous cube. That is my biggest regret.
What's your cube at right now?
I don't have one.
You don't have a single one?
Nope.
Oh,
that is my biggest regret. Because I said,
hate going up against a late game.
I was like, what good is that? It has no attack. It has nothing. And you see when you do the stats, I didn't know that if you did the stats, you could see what it was. I mean, I didn't know anything at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't look at it, and I didn't understand the power of self-heal.
It's not that expensive right now, though. I mean, it's like isn't it like $1?
Yeah. So it's still a 4. So the lowest I have, you could buy one maxed out for $600. I'm not spending $600.
Oh, okay, never mind. I mean, I want one, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm going to be chilling in modern format, so there's no need for me to spend it there for right now.
Yeah, I mean, but it's such. But I did not miss the opportunity with the new water one. What's its name? Crap. Give me a second.
Oh, Olordo's saying spin it again. All right, Olordo, we appreciate you. And Ahmed is saying, I think my name will come up next. Already giving their IGN. Well, I like the fact that you are trying to speak this into existence.
There we go.
All right, so here we go. Last one.
So it's Bakjira.
Oh, I like that card a lot.
Bakjira.
I like it in gold once you get the ability to heal.
Terrorizer again. What's
Terrorizer again? What?
Some people have luck, man. Luck goes like that sometimes. Where people just get it.
We can't.
Bakjira is crazy, and usually what I do now is if I have a really good back line that I need to make sure can get all their attacks in, I'll put it behind the Kraken. So just in case they get through the Kraken, they won't get through the Bakjira.
Terrorizer. I think can you send me your in-game username again? I just want to make sure that I spell it right. Congrats on winning. So you know what? Okay, one of my favorite things to play, especially in low mana games. So I think 14 mana with Kelia, is I'll play Bakjira, and behind him will just be Dr. Blight.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and then if they just don't have enough damage or they can't do enough damage quickly,
nothing they can do about it.
Like Blight just slowly goes through all of them.
It's crazy. Yeah, Bakjira, I mean, that's one of the OP cards, like really OP. Now, what stops it is Dr. Blight on their side, right? So
yeah, or anybody that has affliction. But
but that's why you need River Nymph.
River Nymph is good. There are a lot of times when I'll use River Nymph, and then I actually like having the double heal. So sometimes I'll throw Murdali Guardian in there as well, and then I'll just play like this massively defensive game.
Yes. Yeah, same. So fun. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different strategies that I've seen. So wow, yeah, I think they did a great job with Chaos Legion in general.
Olordo's just been sending out random cards to people. So Olordo, you are awesome. It's good to have you here.
Hey, Mick, we will have to get you on, and we'll give out cards.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like that's the thing with this channel. Like several people have like reached out to me wanting to like chat, and I like, if you guys ever want to, I'm always down for it, because this was never meant to be like a platform where I just come on and speak my thoughts. It's always meant to be a conversation starter. So, you are all welcome. Cool. What's up, Faded Glory? Good to see you here. So I do have a question for you. Maybe we can close out with this, because I think we're coming up on 2 hours here.
Yep.
Out of all of the airdropped cards, so not the stuff that came in packs originally, but we'll go like Carnage Titan, Spirit Hoarder, Bakjira, Uriel, and Grum. Which one is your favorite? And if you had to only have one of them, which one would it be?
Does Dr. Blight count?
No, Dr. Blight doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I forgot about Isa and Lyra. So just the ones that have been airdropped so far.
Airdrop so far.
So I know it's actually a bigger list than I was expecting. So Carnage Titan, Spirit Hoarder, Bakjira, Grum, Uriel, Lyra, and Isa.
I can tell you which one I don't like is.
Start with that.
So scroll down. Isa. Yeah, Isa. Yeah, terrible.
Okay, Isa. No.
Yeah. So I would go with. Wow. I use Lyra a lot, but she's not necessarily my favorite. I'm going to go with Carnage Titan.
Carnage Titan, really? Oh, man. Now I feel bad. Like I'm sleeping on Carnage Titan a little too much.
Well, I mean, it's just good, right? So, I mean, you could use it as in the first slot, right? But it doesn't have any shield or anything like that. So it just gets wiped out if it gets hit. But it's in the second slot, right? So depending on what you put in the first slot, like a Bakjira, right? Then it's just brutal, right? Especially maxed up. So if you look at the stats for it real quick. So I think at the top is like 5. I think it's a 5. Oh, 4. 4,
yeah. I mean, that's 8 damage per turn.
Yes. Yeah, and you like it when it's split. Oh, actually, you know what? It does have shield. Never mind. Take that back. It's against magic, it's not good, right?
Yeah.
Maxed out. So I would use it with so Arius, that's one I definitely would use with Arius. So now I'm doing 10 per turn, split up twice, right? One of the things with doing 10 points of damage is it goes onto one target. So, but if you break it up into 2, you might actually kill 2 creatures with that.
Yeah.
So I think you can use a second attack on the next creature. So yeah, I mean, it's nice. Fantastic.
And especially with Force Field being out right now, I think what makes this super powerful is like you're only doing 4. So you can technically do 8 damage, but you don't get slowed down by Force Field.
Yeah. It's a great card. Now the only problem is, I think that going forward, people are going to start using Giant Slayer a lot, right? I think it's almost going to be a requirement, right? So, like one of the cards we gave out tonight, right? Chaos
Knight has Dragon
Chaos
Slayer,
Knight has
Giant Killer, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to start seeing that a lot, and I would say, I mean, we're going to start seeing that an awful lot. So we have, Alvar, Legionnaire Alvar. You don't see him a whole lot. I've not played against him ever.
I like him though, but maybe it's
too.
because I don't have like solid cards.
Yeah, I mean,
him
but
at gold, because you get demoralized at gold, which is really
yeah.
handy.
Oh yeah, but here's the weird part, right? If I'm gonna use I use the disintegrator. What's that card?
The one that has demoralize.
Yes.
Yeah.
So on my son's account, I use that card more. Hold on, let's see. Let me find it real quick. Yes, this disintegrator, I had it right. So so that has demoralize, it has trample, it has knockout, and it has the retaliate. So the only thing it doesn't have is shield, right? So it goes down pretty hard. But typically, what I'll do is for sneak, like super sneak, I'll put it in the back, so it can do the retaliate. Retaliate's crazy if you can get it right.
Mm-hmm.
But the trample, I love trample with the Stampede rule set, phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, that's what with Stampede, I love using Desert Dragon. I don't know how often you use Desert Dragon, but
I use it quite a bit actually. If it's Stampede, but my go-to, if I get a chance to use water, then I use Demon Shark.
Yeah, Demon Shark is great for it too. I just like the pierce that you get with Desert Dragon. That comes in really handy.
Yeah, and I have it. And the reason why I got it is, I don't know, someone said, "Oh, Desert Dragon sucked," and the price plummeted. And I was like, "Yes, this is a perfect time to get in." Yeah, it's a really good card.
Yeah. I guess if I'm asking myself the same question I asked you, oddly enough, I think I actually really like Uriel the Purifier.
I do too. It's a great card.
Because what is it, level 2 where you get heal? Yeah, self-heal.
So
and I'm playing in gold, so then you get that additional fourth attack, which means you do 12 damage per turn.
Yes.
I'm not the biggest fan of recharge, but out of all the recharge monsters, he is clearly the best.
Yeah, but recharge in general. So I like recharge, right?
I know. Well, you use Ifrit Rising with Jotun, and that obviously is awesome.
Yes. Yeah, and
that's killer, actually.
Brutal. So because most people don't use magic with Jotun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it always hits, and if it hits, man, 12, and then half of that 6 goes for blast. So you're just wiping people out.
And then if it's like the snipe rule set, I mean, they're done for.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I remember, if I remember correctly, didn't the Chaos Dragon, it had different stats at first when we first started using it. I mean, when it was first put out, which they made it. Hold on, so it had blast. It had something else though.
Compared to what it has now.
They actually changed the skills of it, but that was one of those, right?
Okay.
Chaos Dragon. Ridiculous, right? If you can get its power up.
Yeah, to me, it's only valuable at level 2 because once you get blast, like scatter shot is still something that's too random for me. But once you get blast, and it's like, okay, well then I don't matter where. It doesn't matter where he fires, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all. Now again, it doesn't do well with the Giant Slayer, right? And another death card that has it, which is really good, and which is actually one of my favorites of the entire series. Where is it?
Oh, Jin Moirat, right?
Yeah. It's not expensive. Well, relatively, but that's a great card, right? Reflect. It has the force field, knockout. So teamed up with Lord of Darkness, that card is just a nightmare.
You know who I've been teaming him up with lately, especially when I go up against I can't remember the fire guy's like name, the super big one. Magnor. So, the giant. So I will actually use what's his name in front? Legionnaire Alvar, and then follow up with Jin Moirat, so that hopefully I can knock him out first turn by getting 2 giant killers.
Oh.
But if you have stun with Lord of Darkness, that's pretty good too.
Yeah. I mean, you could even use Jin as a tank, right? He has a shield and he has a force field, right? So
definitely use that in turn.
But I have not had to use him that way. I mean, literally with Lord of Darkness, he has stun, right? And then this guy has knockout. It's just, again, it's absolutely brutal.
Yeah. No, I mean the knockout The knockout and stun combo are great too. Like I said, I feel like that's underutilized right now. So I do think that there might be some interesting things that happen with the
Yep.
legendary summoners when they come through. Because if you're looking at like what abilities haven't really been used yet, I would think that those are both up there.
Yeah, I was like if I like what would the perfect summoner be for we're getting one now for white. We have no idea what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Um I would
And
love to see another one with Divine Shield or what is it? Divine Shield. I think it's called Divine Shield. The one that Lorna Shine has. I mean, that's another miss that I have because I don't have a fully, full one. Oh my god, that card is brutal in the upper levels. Diamond and Champion.
Yeah, especially in like low mana games, it's just so difficult.
Oh yeah. So that card is the reason why I almost always, if someone can play white, I almost always. Oh, I think I sent you the card though.
You play Waka?
Cursed Slime Ball. Oh, actually, I take it back. I'll send it back to you again.
Oh, Redemption, right?
Yeah. Yes, Redemption is critical against that, right? Because you'll,
that video I put out recently was using what's it called? Exploding Rats with Redemption, but that's 4 mana versus Cursed Slime Ball.
And you want the Cursed Slime Ball to die, right? So you can get rid of that. So now if you get rid of the shield, then it's the summoner's not providing any value. But
exactly,
it's definitely a solid card. And again, I didn't buy it for Redemption, right? I got it because it was a 1 mana card, and it was super cheap back in the day.
Yeah,
well, not super cheap, but it was cheaper.
Some of these 1 mana cards. Like I use them literally all the time. These are the ones that I would consider like leveling up gold foil. But like Mycelic Morphoid, Hardy Stonefish, and then who's the neutral guy? Chaos Agent is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that card is grossly under.
As soon as you get phase level 6, it's great.
Yep. But yeah, I think that's and I don't have it maxed out yet. So, but I mean, it's a card I think that is definitely will be worth something in the future. Because you can put it with any
deck, yeah. Let's see, 14 cents. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know where prices will be in the future, but I look at this card, I'm just like, even at the first level, I feel like it's not going to be worth 14 cents in the future.
So my strategy around picking the right cards for that are low right now, because everything's low right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I try to picture a year from now, 2 years from now, and when I look back at Chaos Agent and Stitch Leech, I'm like, Stitch Leech is like phenomenal, right? Would I pay $1.30 for it each, and pay $600 for a Stitch Leech and $300 for a Chaos Agent? Well, I wouldn't want to, but the meta may change, and you'll be talking about, oh my God, I remember Chaos Agent was 14 cents, and people say, no way, that's not true. Right, Scavo Hireling, same thing. Riftwing, right, 10 cents. Like, it's ridiculous.
I feel like I've heard this story too many times from people who've been around the game for a while. It's just like, I remember when such and such card was this.
Antoid Platoon should not be 9 cents.
This is such a great tank with shield.
Absolutely, I've won so many games with that card.
Yeah,
right. Like 9 cents. Are you kidding me? So even Flying Squid, that's one of the ones we talked about with no skills. Well, no, that's not one. But Flying Squid is a great card.
I think it's Cruel. It was Cruel Cephalopod.
True Cephalopod.
I mean, this card is 7 cents. This is like your meat shield from.
It is brutal, right? And it's so when you're playing the 4 mana games, that card is fantastic.
I mean, look at this. He's got 7 health and 6 shield.
Right. For 3
mana.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like that card is busted. Like that's an example of a busted card. Right? I mean, that if you look at Lord of Darkness with no skills, that's kind of what you got right there. That is a Lord of Darkness with no abilities. For 3 mana. That card should not exist.
Jose says he finds it interesting that Uriel has redemption.
Yeah, but that's part of his lore.
Oh, is it? Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, if you go to the lore for that card, it's actually really, really good.
I'll be diving into lore more and more. So That'll definitely.
Yeah,
be
it
happening.
makes a lot of the cards make sense and their abilities when you take the lore into account.
I'm
Uh,
glad they're focusing on that now too.
yeah, yeah,
Ashley, NFT Gaming in the house. What's up, Ashley? We got another content creator here.
oh, yeah,
Welcome, welcome, guys. Make sure you check out Ashley.
yeah.
One day we're gonna say, I can't believe Grund used to be under $4. Ooh, that's true too. Grund is very popular. I
Yeah,
like
if I
Forgotten
could,
One too. Getting immunity.
hold on, let me see. I'm gonna try. I want to see the. I'm gonna look at the lore for Ariel real quick. Here we go. So yes, it's like look at that. It's like pages and pages. Yeah, I guess you guys will have to read it on your own. It's too much. Yeah, but all of the skills make sense, right?
Yep.
Good stuff. Like they just well done on the lore part.
Very cool. Fun stuff, man.
Yep.
Should we call it a day? I feel like we've
been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I know it's been
Yeah,
it's been a good one.
We'll have to do this again. So I would say we'll get together and we'll figure out some other kind of cool thing to do, right?
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always around. I'm always trying to think of stuff, and I would love to get some of the devs, but the devs do so much. Like they do the town halls. I mean, so they're super engaged. They're always involved. So I mean, what more can you really ask from them, right? They're doing their jobs. They're communicating with the community. So at the end of the day, you really can't ask for a better group of people to throw your support behind. But we'll think of something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like for us, we're just kind of trying to do our part in terms of getting it out there, getting the game out there, helping out newer players in the same way that, at least for me, a lot of people were very helpful, you included, in terms of just kind of getting me onboarded. And
that's a good word. Like there's at the end of the day, I think most of the players are one card away from being lifelong Splinterlands players, right? There's that one card that they love, right? And they're not going to walk away from, right? For you, it's something, right? For me, it's, I don't even know what it is. It changes, right? Yeah. But there's a card, there's, somebody that, is playing today that will, maybe sell all their rewards card to get just one card that they've been, very desirous of for a year, right? And they get it and they're never walking away from the game, right? So I think that we're helping people find out what that card is for themselves.
Darkest Night, do you do any consulting services here? Because Wildhog says he needs you on his shoulder when picking teams.
So, well, you know what? I'm not the best at picking. Like my win ratio is like 50%, like on a good day, right? So, and there are days when I'm getting my butt handed to me. So
it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I mean, on those grind days, like, have you ever? So I'm sure this happened to you when you were in grinding to champion.
Yeah,
and you get 3,694 points. You're 6 points away. And then you take a string of losses.
I know.
It's all the way back. And you're like, what you said? That's why I stopped now. I stopped because
I mean, I don't know if you remember. So you sent me the cards and Delegate and said, go for champion. And I was like, oh shoot, Darkest Night was like giving me some cards. I need to go do it now.
Yeah.
And for the first hour that I was grinding, and it was probably like a full hour, like I could not get past 3,400. I get to 3,450 and then like lose a couple in a row and I'd be down at 33. And I even I was so embarrassed about it because I whined and complained to you, and I was just like, dude, I'm still at 3,400. I can't get past it. And I was like, I can't finish like this. I can't give up.
Why do you think I stop right when I hit champion? Yeah. Like, no. I'm like, I'm not going to risk it, right? Because I've been in champion before and gone all the way back to Diamond 2.
Yeah.
Right. And it is brutal. Now, one thing I will tell you, the last 2 days of the season, a lot of people, they stop, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's a lot easier to get to champion like the last 2 days of the season. Yeah, it's really incredible the skill set change, and it changes fast. The worst time is right at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the same
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
all leagues, but
Yep.
I don't know. For me, so to your point, right? To your point about how what we did with this tournament and the giveaways and delegations can hopefully inspire people, not just help them,
Yeah.
but inspire people. Like for me, I had zero dreams of playing in Champion, right?
Yeah.
Not that my experience in Champion, like I made it and I didn't play a single game in Champion.
Was good enough, right?
But having played now, I thought not now, but when modern format comes out, I want to go for Champion.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
It stretched my goals because right now I'm playing in gold. I'm just like, it'd be nice to play in diamond, but now I'm just like, screw it. When modern comes out, like Champion will be attainable for me with the cards that I have or the cards that I'm looking to acquire. And now I want to push myself to like play at that level.
Absolutely. So the only thing that's probably holding you back is not skill, right? It is the bottleneck of the power.
Yeah. Well, bottleneck for the power, but also probably the cards that I have. Like I don't have any of the untamed cards, so whenever I come up against those, I mean, whenever I beat Yodin with like Kelia or someone, it makes me really. It's so satisfying.
Yes.
But,
it's not hard, right? It's not hard.
No, it's not hard
at all. So, but yeah. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you. Welcome to the guild.
Well, thank you.
Oh, hey, so your big win today. So
I know. So I got here. Let's.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I went
first brawl ever.
7-1 my first guild. I mean, there were two of them were whatever, but yeah, first brawl ever. So wait, can we do a quick thing before we run?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I got 1,250 merits, and I don't know what that means. Is this just currency that I can spend?
Yes.
On the store.
So you go to the building. So hit building. You can go to the building.
Okay. Now I saw okay.
Go to the store. Yep. And then you hit visit store.
All right. So
there's the things you can buy. So you can eventually you'll be able to.
We don't have these things for the guild yet, right?
Yeah, not yet. We were working towards it. We're working
towards that. So right here, this is a Gladius case. What is?
So that's a spy glass is what. An officer can purchase it so that you can see what the other opponent, how they're arrayed against you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we didn't do it this one because we're still trying to figure out how to work together, right?
But so I can't spend merits on anything else. But as soon as I get some, I should start opening Gladius.
2,000, yeah. So it's 2,000 for a Gladius case.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's free power, man. That's how I use it. Free power.
Oh, it is free power.
Yes, because you can't. It's not worth a whole lot, right? But over time, it'll add up. And
I was saying with these cards, you can burn them for DEC, but I'm assuming it's not that much.
Yeah, but
right?
I don't know if it's.
Yeah, why would you?
But back in the day, people burned cards all the time. It's great. I like when you hear about what some people burned back in the day just to get the DEC, you would cry. You would absolutely cry.
Yeah. Well, I've heard those nightmare stories before, so definitely.
Yep.
Jose, I'm not a bot. This was in the brawl. So if anybody's nobody's surrendering to me that in ranked battles.
Yeah. So that's what happens there, right? So if your opponent doesn't show up, then it's an automatic win for you if you've submitted a team.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So that's just the way it goes, right? And not everybody shows up, right? Like so, for example, in some guilds, people will sign up for the fray, but then they forget. Like I did last week, right? With my stuff, and so it happens. Life catches up to you. Whatever.
That makes sense.
But as long as you put your team. But again, first time ever doing it, you did great. So.
Cool. All right, man. Well, look, as always, I mean, I feel like I could chat with you for days at this point, right? So
absolutely.
Hopefully we'll get a chance to do it if the Splinter Fest thing materializes. Do it in
person.
I hope
before that, dude.
Oh, yeah, true, before that. If you're ever in the neighborhood, let me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of the tournament. I feel like we might have hit a record number. I'm going to reach out to Weirdbeard just to check. You got any closing thoughts, Darkest Night?
Yes, I would love to do this again next month. Another tournament next month, right? So
there you go.
But maybe next time we'll get a couple more people to put up some DC. I mean, it's fine, right? But I think the more people that do it, and there are a lot of people out in the community. It's not just us doing this, right? I think Pay It Forward has a guild, right? That they
exactly, yeah.
and some of the other guys. So they're, I'm sure they would like to do a collaboration or something like that. But it's up to us to grow the community, right?
Exactly. Well, and I mean, it's one of those things, like you said, where there's not that I'm trying to be divisive, but
Yeah,
every content creator kind of has their own community. So
they have
for
their own
me,
group.
like this was just nice to be able to partner up with you and do something for the people that have been, very supportive of this channel. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right, dude. Well, it's been awesome as usual for me too, and I'm sure I'll see you around the game.
sounds good. All right, guys, have a good one. Darkest night. Take care.
Take care, guys.